Mic check, mic check, mic check. Hi, welcome to the channel. Jake, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything box, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's live, we will be talking about the tank fight still not announced, Canelo Crawford presser, and Bill and Brian cap continues. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Oh, this is ladies' night. Ladies' night. If you're in the chat, be sure to click the link, hop on the panel, give our 2 cents. I say every week I'm gonna do a better job at promoting the ladies' night. But I mean, I'm telling you, the week be going by so fast. But I got a slight headache. It's actually not a slight headache. I have a very crazy headache, and I rarely get headaches, so I'm not even sure I got a headache. But not sure how long I'm gonna be on here tonight. I was just watching the Canelo Crawford presser. Y'all ain't watching the Canelo Crawford presser? Hold on, let me see what they talking about real quick. Oh, now he's saying Earl his biggest moment. I wish I could show it on here, but I don't know how they do. I don't know if Ring Magazine gonna try to copyright me or you know not monetize my stuff. Y'all know how they do. Y'all make sure y'all punch that like button, subscribe button. So what y'all thinking about the presser? Has it gotten, is it building up? Are they creating a storyline? Like, is it getting more exciting for y'all? Um, I mean, of course, I'm gonna watch the fight. I'm a boxing fan. I'm not just like anticipating it or just like, you know, it is what it's gonna be. Let's just see the fight. Let's see what happens. Terrence Crawford talking that big boy like he just know he finna, you know what I'm saying? Come out here and do something to Canelo. Canelo basically like, I'm gonna F you up. It's pretty much what it sounds like Canelo telling them to me. That's what I'm hearing. What are y'all hearing? Man, I'm telling y'all, I might drop this link early because I got a headache. I had a lot to say before I came on here. My head started hurting. But so Tank Davis fight still not announced. And I mean, I guess it's understandable. You know, they got the Pacquiao Barrios thing going on. I heard that's selling out, about to do $4, $5, $6 million gate, whatever that's about to do. Um, then you got all this Canelo fiasco going on. Speaking of this, though, let me tell you what was just very interesting in this press conference. When it's over with, we gonna, because this the review show, ladies' night on the panel, open panel, and the review show. So we're gonna look up some clips once this over with, and people start clipping it up. You know what I'm saying? And we can go check out some clips from the press conference. But Dana White said something very interesting. Somebody in the crowd asked him, how did you get UNLV to move their game? Which is and I thought that was such an excellent question. Usually people don't ask the questions that everybody want to know, but that is the number one question that the two centers been asking. The two centers been like, how are they going to move the game? We don't know. How they going to move the game? And guess what Dana White said? Let me know and drop it below if you know what Dana White said. Mr. Greg, can you guess what Dana White said when they asked him how they going to move that football game? Brian King, what up? Me and Brian was just talking about it in the Discord. That man said, I don't know. He said, I don't know. I don't know how they gonna do it. It's a strange situation to me, man. Cause I mean they really hyping it like Dana White, like I don't like stadium fights. Dana White said, I don't like stadium fights. And I'm only talking about this, y'all, because don't worry, when they start clipping it, we're gonna talk about the rest of the press conference. It's still going on. But Dana White said, I don't like stadium fights because you can't get that feeling. It's not as exciting. And then they said, hey, yo, Dana, how did they get them to move the fight? Dana, how they get them to move the fight, Dana? I mean, move the game for the fight. He said, I don't know. Did he say what game? Nah, he said, I don't know. And moved on. He quickly just, he Heisman that question, like, stiff armed it. Bing. And kept it moving. He stiff armed that question. Boop, I don't know. Bing, and kept it moving. So, I mean, yeah, man, Dave, we was watching the press conference, but I mean, I can't watch it and host the show. I gotta talk to y'all, and then I can't let it play and while I'm talking, because then it's gonna pick up the sound. Let me see. Maybe I can put my earpiece in. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can rig something up real quick. Y'all watching the press conference? Put a one in the chat if y'all listening to me and watching the press conference. Maybe we can watch it together. I know y'all got more than one device. Savage Bo say Devin fans just had a first 48 episode on KO funeral arrangements coming soon. Dang, I was in and out of KO chat, but I had to go get Black True because he been talking about a duck pending for how long? How long True said that duck was pending? Yeah, that joker finally processed. It finally processed. It ain't pending no more. Loma's a duck, and Loma been ducking. And I think I got a video about Loma ducking. I think I posted. I be making videos, y'all, and I don't be posting them because it be like the moment be passing by the time I get to post it. But Loma ducked everybody, right? The only person he really fought was Devin for real. I mean, I guess he fought T.O. And every time he stepped up, he got beat up. Every time he stepped up and fought a big name, a elite name in a division, and I use the term loosely when I say elite, he got beat up. He really was too small for 35 for real. Loma got 6 losses, and they still talking about he pound for pound. And if somebody beat him, that's great on their resume. But anyway, I digress. So Savage Bo say F that press conference 2 cents. You gonna F the press? Come on, Savage Bo, you gotta watch it so we can chit chat about it. For the sake of conversation. So everybody's in an uproar in a tizzy though about the Tank fight not being announced. I'm actually it's weird, right? Because it's like it's weird to see people that quote unquote don't like Tank or he don't fight nobody or this and that complain about his fight not being announced next. It's weird, right? Like they want to see that they can't wait to see the rematch. They so excited they can't wait. They can't even wait for the announcement. They're so excited for the fight. Well, we watching this press conference for this Canelo Crawford fight. We still don't know where they fighting at. Cause Dana don't know. He don't even want the fight at a stadium. The man just stood on the stage and said that. Yep, I am being petty. I'm being petty Betty. So y'all can come on here and cry and complain. It is what it is. Ladies' night, where all the ladies at? Ladies don't even want to come around no more. You ask them to speak. I know ladies in the chat. All right, make sure y'all punch that like button and get the likes up. Get the likes up. I had a couple things I wanted to review today. I was waiting around, get some people on the panel before we start reviewing some of these videos. I'm really waiting on them to clip up this press conference. Y'all think if I show the press conference, they'll demonetize me? Nah, I ain't finna pull up this press conference. If I pull up this press conference, y'all gonna have to support the channel because they for sure gonna demonetize me today. It's probably almost over anyway. Let me see. Hold on. They at the face off. They at the face off. Hey, Canelo gave him that stare. Bud look shook in front of all the people for real. He look a little shaky. He looking a little shaky. Ain't had no theatrics today. All right, press conference over. It's a lot to go through for like 15 minutes, ain't it? Imagine you got dressed, you drove to the press conference, you parking, you get out. I don't know, maybe they had other stuff. Look at all them people at that press conference, y'all. All them people paid to get in there. That's crazy work. All right, that's enough of that. All right, y'all. What y'all think of the press conference on a scale of 1 to 10? What you got? What you got? Floyd Schofield, Tevin Farmer. Let's see what T. Bradley had to say. Y'all know I like Tim. I like Tim. He be having some controversial takes. And sometimes I can't decide if Tim is just doing it to get a reaction out of people, if he's serious. Because I showed y'all what happened after I told Tim that he threw Brian Norman under the bus. He responded and wrote he better test negative, and then he deleted the video. Cause y'all know how these notifications pop up in your phone, and then you click the notification and it take you to the video. Click the notification, and the video gone. So I'm like, dang. So then I remember, I got two phones. So I went to the other phone and then screenshotted the notification so that I could have proof that he threw Norman under the bus. But Floyd Schofield and Tevin Farmer, and tell y'all what I find strange about the situation. First of all, think Tevin Farmer's a decent fighter, right? He could beat some people. Don't get me wrong. Um, Floyd Schofield. I remember that I had a debate that I won but got overturned. And the first round of the debate was about Floyd Schofield being a better fight. Floyd Schofield and Shakur Stevenson was a better fight than Tank and Lamont Roach, right? No, this was what round of the debate was this? This might have been the third round of the debate. So they was trying to debate me that Floyd Schofield was a better fight than Roach, right? And I'm trying to tell them, like, how is this a better fight? Floyd Schofield on his second 12-round fight, and he's about to fight Shakur Stevenson. He ain't got the greatest amateur pedigree. But y'all trying to tell me that Floyd Schofield is a better fight for Shakur Stevenson than Lamont Roach, a champion, even though he came from 130 pounds? But he really didn't come from 130 pounds. He actually came from 135 pounds, went to 130, got a championship, and then came back to 35 to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, but they ain't want to say that like that. You know how they going to put their spin on it, right? So now we fast forward. Floyd Schofield about to fight Tevin Farmer. And the sense is going around, what I'm hearing is that Tevin Farmer gonna beat Floyd Schofield now. I think Tevin Farmer got a decent shot at beating Floyd Schofield. He's more experienced. He's now the only thing about Tevin Farmer is he's been in some pretty competitive fights his last 3 fights. I do believe he got robbed in a couple of them, but he's on a 3-fight lose streak. He's on a 3-fight lose streak. But Tevin Farmer, he's been boxing okay. He got a little bit more pop than what he used to have. So it seems like everybody I talk to, I got Tevin. The experience, the this, to that. They picking Tevin to beat Floyd. And so now I'm thinking in my head, like, so was y'all trying to gaslight us and say Floyd Schofield's a good fight for Shakur Stevenson? A good competitive fight for Shakur Stevenson? When everybody think that Floyd Schofield about to get beat up by Tevin Farmer? Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, man. Jab Queen Boxing, I seen you in the building. Miss Barbara D, I seen you in the building. Click the link. Click the link. So that's all I'm asking. Y'all let me know and drop it below what you think. Am I yeah, see, this is what y'all gotta do. Sometimes y'all gotta let me know when I'm overthinking, because I got a habit of like overthinking things sometimes. Y'all let me know if I'm overthinking this, because I could have sworn folks was legitimately debating me in a debate I won that got overturned, that Floyd Schofield is a better fight than Roach and Tank. But then fast forward, y'all trying to tell me that Tevin Farmer is about to beat Floyd Schofield? He about to pull off the upset. Now, I think Schofield is the favorite. I think Vegas thinks Schofield gonna win. But the sentiment on these YouTube streets, from what I've been hearing, is that Tevin Farmer gonna beat Floyd Schofield. What y'all think? D-Dog say crazy how quickly perceptions change. Absolutely. Got more money on Tevin. Paid him for somebody else say Tevin. I ain't heard nobody say Schofield yet. But we finna see what Tim about to say. We got Band Up on the panel. You know it's ladies' night. What's up?
Salute, Nickel Slick. My bad. I ain't. You got to put that in the title. I be forgetting.
I wanted to click it.
Nah, but I think it's gonna be a cool fight. I don't really know too much about either one of these fighters. I did see old boy miss weight, be by 0.4, whatever the case may be. But I got to do some more
You say
research
you
on
don't
both
know
these
anything
guys.
about. You don't know who
I don't know.
Tevin
I don't know.
Farmer
I don't know
is.
too much about these guys just too yet. I haven't done my
Yeah.
research on them, my homework. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'll let Bud Johnson bounce. You ain't got time to study no other fighters.
No, I study other fighters. I just don't know too much about these guys.
All right, I'm gonna open it up in a few.
Yes.
All right. Oh shoot. Jab Queen Boxing in the building. What up, Jab Queen Boxing?
What's going on, 2 Cent?
Nothing much, nothing much. What you up to?
Shit. I was just finished up the Canelo press conference with Bud.
What you think about it?
It was what it was. I actually just came in on, I guess, Bud's part. So I'm gonna go back and watch
Mhm.
it a little later. But I mean, it was what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Please,
I was watching it, but I had
please.
missed some of it because I started the show. Bud talking a lot, man. He talking a lot, and you just never know with Bud, man. You just never know what's going on, what they got up their sleeve. Like it's just you just never know. Tony reviews
Thank
is
Father,
ladies'
shut
night.
up.
I ain't opened up the panel yet. It's only the ladies. We waiting on Miss Barbara D to click the link.
Hi, Mr. Shelton. Ugh.
Let me see.
Um,
Hey,
I don't want. I mean, he seems ready, but he finally mentioned Earl Spence. He must have heard my rant last night.
oh yeah, I peeped that. I peeped that. His most
He
notable
finally meant.
win. That's what he said.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. Whatever.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about this Floyd Schofield. Let me say let me know what you think about this, right? They were saying that Floyd Schofield, I think this was before you came to YouTube. I had a debate. And in this debate, I won the debate, but it got overturned. But I'll let you know about that later. But in the debate, we were
you
debating
talking about the
if
one you had
Floyd,
on KOs?
yeah.
Yeah, I was in there.
Are you was in there? Oh, okay, okay.
hmm
I don't know why I feel like it was so long ago.
It
But we was
wasn't.
arguing about Floyd Schofield
hmm
and Roach, which was a better fight. Now
I
they were
remember.
trying to tell us, yeah, you remember they was trying to gaslight us and tell us it's a good fight, even though it was Floyd Schofield's second 12-round fight and all of this stuff we went through. And fast forward to now, everybody's saying that Tevin Farmer gonna beat Floyd Schofield. And I'm
Um.
like,
mhm.
how good was that? Was just trying to gaslight us because if you think Floyd Schofield was gonna be a competitive fight for Shakur, but you think Tevin Farmer gonna beat him, I'm not understanding that correlation.
Well, I of course you do, Tucson. You just don't want to realize it. Anybody that Shakur fights is going to be an amazing fight, and obviously anybody that Tank fights, that just goes to let you know subconsciously they know that Tank is better than him. They just don't want to admit it. Anybody that he fights, ooh, this is a good fight. Just like when he was about to fight Frank Martin, and then everybody, oh Tank, why you fighting Frank Martin? Oh, that's a cherry pick. You know how it go.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying that for the Shakur fans like Teach on here who said, who got Tevin beaten Kid? Teach, I haven't heard nobody say, I honestly haven't heard nobody say Kid Austin is going to beat Tevin Farmer.
I've
I haven't
heard
heard
that
nobody say that.
people think that Tevin's going to win, but they're going to rob him on the scorecard. I've kind of been hearing that sentiment.
Mm-hmm. Because he done got robbed in two of his last three fights, in my opinion. Brian say, I tell like I said. Y'all need to stop with the eye jokes.
He
Kid
is
gonna be
terrible.
at Tevin for sure. What makes you think Kid Austin
Read
is gonna
Tony's
win?
review. Read Tony. Tony got to stop this shit, man.
So let me get down
Tony
there.
played too much. Tony played too much.
I'm not
Anyway,
betting, but Kid is the favorite. He's younger, fresher, and got decent experience up till now. Tevin been in about three wars and lost. And that's what I was saying, Teach. That's my only thing is that Tevin is coming off those three tough competitive fights and he lost them all. What experience does Floyd Schofield got? This is gonna be his what? Third 12-round fight? What
actually, his
experience?
second and the first one was an accident. He was signed for 10, and when they got there, they told him 12. So that's why he was like disoriented and fell off the stool or whatever the case may be. Shakur would have actually made his second 12-round fight. So this one, and I think this one is actually scheduled for 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Bubs, where you was at? I know you talking about the fight because I know you ain't talking about the press conference because I know you ain't gone already. Unless
And
you
I think
left
he means at
early.
the debate. I think he means at the debate that you
Oh,
had with
oh, oh.
the young lady up over on KOs.
There go the Bud hate. What Bud hate?
He's talking to me, and just ignore Dank Father.
He said he saw the whole thing. Shelton Moore say my favorite bad jab queen boxer, my favorite hater. Shelton Moore,
Oh, please.
you everybody's favorite hater, Mr. Shelton.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why
Him
you
and Tony
mad,
Reviews,
Toya?
my
Click the
favorite
link. Why
haters.
you mad, Toya?
Yeah, I think so too, Toya.
There you go, Toya. Click the link. It's ladies' night. Open panel for the ladies.
Dondrick is a fool. I can't see Tevin losing, but I'm betting it's yeah, terrible.
Max Kellerman was glazing the HE double hockey
Was
sticks out of
he? I
Terrence
gotta go
Crawford.
back and watch it. I
Oh
gotta go
my
back and
God, he was just sitting up there lying. Terrence Crawford was frozen out from all the other West. Why do people keep saying this man was frozen out when he decided to re-sign with Top Rank? But anyway, yeah, Bud was out his body a little bit, voice crackling a few times.
and then he had the nerve to turn around and sue him.
And he called
Got to
Canelo
be more
Cotto.
careful.
Bud nervous.
Yep.
I think them lights gonna get to Bud. That man. If that stadium full or wherever they fighting at, it might affect Bud. I don't know.
I gotta go back and watch it. Like I said, I was gleaming at the end of it, and then I came over here, realized what time it was. I was like, "Oh shit, I'll watch this later." But yeah, from what I saw, man, I mean, please, child, please. Bo Mac fat ass was acting like he wanted to do something. You know what I'm saying? Got
Why you
tired
mad,
getting up out
Toy?
his seat.
Why you mad, Toy? Say all them fans screaming for Canelo got Bud nervous.
Yo, now that she mentioned it, yo, that whole stadium was a bud. I said, damn. I mean, Canelo. I said, damn, yo, Canelo is really carrying this fight, yo. That whole stadium was nothing but Viva la Mexico. They was going crazy in there for Canelo. They really
Hey,
was.
father,
I
what
mean,
judges was being biased? That don't even make no
why do
sense.
you keep recognizing his comments? He's like a child that has a fit.
It's
Yeah,
like
but
they
that
just
whole
realized that Floyd is a prospect. Go ahead.
they just realized what was when. Oh. Yeah, B dog, I agree with that. But as far as those two, but baby, did you see how Schofield got up there, Papa Schofield, honey? That thing took over that whole press conference. He might as
I
well say,
haven't.
move over.
Let me pull that up because I haven't seen that. Some stuff I don't be watching
Zank
because I want
Father,
to
do what
react
to
to it
me?
on the show.
Do what to
Floyd
me,
is
Zank
going to
Father?
beat Forms eye straight.
Please.
You think so, Tony Reviews?
Tony is crazy. Um, yeah, I don't listen from what I saw because I missed half of that too, but I did see like some of it, and the part I saw he was like talking trash from the sideline, and I think Farmer was like, "Well, come up here, just come up here," because they like obviously they couldn't control him as usual, so he got up there and started popping his shit.
Let me pull up
Dondrick,
Auntie Sco acting a fool. Auntie
Dondrick
Sco was
says,
acting a fool?
"Oh yeah, baby, come on now, you know what time it is. It's time to act a fool whenever he around." And Kid Schofield doesn't really turn up that much. Farmer was basically saying some real shit to him too. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's when Papa Schofield couldn't take it no more, honey. That thing started. I was busy today, Band Up. Be quiet. I was Papa Schofield. Papa Schofield started switching that hair around, baby, and it was on.
Dondrick, why you doing them like that, Dondrick? Dondrick say sis was up there acting up. Shout out to Creole the Traveler with the $5 in the super chat, just supporting the channel. So let's pull up Auntie Sco acting a fool. I know we was finna watch Tim Bradley, but let's see this.
What's Tim Bradley got going on?
Let's see what Tim Bradley got going on. He talking about this Floyd Schofield fight. Ladies, click the link if you are in the chat. Y'all come up here and chit chat with us. It's ladies' night, fellas. They want to hear from you. Let me see here.
I'm telling you right now, you better do it now for the floodgates open up.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't want the fellas up here, click the link. I'm trying to get through all these comments. All I saw from Bud is extreme confidence. Extreme confidence?
Come on
How
now,
can
look
he
whose
how can he
comment this
be
is.
so extremely confident, Rick?
Look whose comment you're reading. Come on, man. No offense, I love you, Rick, but it is what it is.
Well, let's go, Bud. Let's see what you got, Bud. Canelo carrying the fight. Footwork. I don't know what's going on. Your stuff's not connecting. So I can't bring you up if you're trying to get on. Bud was doing good until he mentioned Prescott and Amir Khan. Sis was up there acting up. Yep. Kid Austin last fight had me wondering how he turned pro. Wow, Stefan. What you mean? This is who Shakur Stevenson was supposed to get it on with. This was a big fight for him. Them old niggas love them some Bud. And that's funny, Dondre. My dad is a Bud fan. We was going at it for the Spence fight. Like my dad is a super Bud fan, and me and my brothers is like real Earl fans, but they like Bud too. So I'm like the black sheep out. Shout out Why You Mad Toya on the panel.
Hello.
What up, Toya? What you got for the show?
What's going on, Queens? What's going on?
Nothing, man.
What's
Nothing,
up,
man.
Toya?
Let's check out what Tim Bradley had to say. Welcome to the All Lady Show review panel. Let's
Yo, Tim
talk
Desert
about.
Storm Bradley, boxing Hall of Famer, was good. Let's talk about it.
Child, please.
Floyd Schofield. I see a lot of y'all putting a lot of stock in Tevin Farmer. He just missed weight. That says something to me. That says something to me. Especially somebody that's getting opportunities, right? That continuously is getting opportunities because why? Because he's a stepping stone.
Tim, you a hater,
If
bro.
y'all putting y'all stock into Tevin Farmer, man, there's something wrong with y'all, man. You need to put your stock into, Floyd Schofield, 22 years old, young
Child, please.
snapper. Yeah, just that alone, 22-34, 22-34. Oh, my God. Listen to me. Just that alone make me pick Schofield. He got that youthfulness, man. He youth.
Tim Bradley was a mediocre boxer
Okay.
at best.
Right? You think so? That's another
Absolutely.
conversation because we don't get me started with
Absolutely.
Tim Bradley. So
Absolutely.
the youth, what chat? Let me know. Let me know and drop it below. What aspect do y'all think that's gonna play in this fight? Because he's right. I just told y'all this. It's a lot of people thinking, and that's my whole point. It's a lot of people thinking Tevin Farmer, he's older, he coming off of 3 losses, and y'all think he finna be Floyd Schofield, but y'all trying to argue me, debate me down that it was a good fight for Shakur Stevenson. Why you mad, Toya? What you got?
I think this fight with Floyd Schofield is I think this is going to be his coming out fight. I feel like Tevin Farmer gasses in the later rounds. Like he's going to give up a good fight for the first 4, and then once he start getting in the deep waters, he gonna start gassing. I really want Tevin to win though. That's the thing. I really feel like he did really good with Mortataya, and he did awesome with Zepeda. Like it's just if you look at that Cepeda fight, the last one, even both of them, like he just gasses in the later rounds. If he can keep his engine running high speed like all the time, he can pull off the wins. But I don't think he's gonna have to really put on a boxing clinic to Floyd Schofield. But Floyd Schofield does have the youth on his side. Floyd Schofield has fast hands, but also Floyd Schofield doesn't keep his hands up, and he done been rocked a couple of times, and he gasses. If you look at that last fight that he had
Yep.
with that young man, he gasses too. So this is going to be very interesting to see where both of them, how they're going to be able to manage this fight with each other. I really want Tevin to win though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm rooting for Tevin. I'm not placing no bets, but I'm rooting for Tevin. I think Tevin deserves to have a big shot, man. That's all I got.
Hey, y'all got a phone call. Y'all take it over real quick for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Why you mad, Toy? The first fight with with Zepeda, I feel was a little more competitive than the second one
How
for
you
whatever
doing?
reason. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? But it was. But I get what you're saying about him gassing out, and the fact that Kid Austin gasses out too. And I think that Kid Austin is extremely wild, like with his punches. I really don't think that he's like disciplined enough. Like he swings wildly to me. Um, he has decent footwork, and those muscles may cause a problem for him. He's a little too muscular for me. overall, I really don't know. I like you said, I really want Tevin Farmer to do this, but I said it before. Tevin Farmer is like a gatekeeper now. I don't know if he know this, but he's definitely the gatekeeper now. But he can rumble. So, like you said, this is definitely going to be a test for Kid Schofield. This is definitely a step up test for him.
I'm back, y'all. But that was some good points you made. While you mad, Toya. But the biggest thing too is the gassing out. I think they both gonna gas out, but I think experience is the biggest thing that Farmer has over Schofield. But he is way older. He is coming off the losses. I mean, it's not like he don't have a point. Tim don't have a point.
But it's not like Zepeda watched him like that. Not in the first fight.
I can see Tevin like in between those wild shots. I can see Tevin countering some of those wild shots if he with experience. So I can see him countering in between those wild shots. But I can also see like the speed catching up with Tevin, like the speed of Floyd Schofield, because them wild punches catching up with him and his gas tank like running on E. Like if he can keep the pace up and counter him, Tevin can pull it out, but he got the win convincingly. He can't get if they get in the pocket.
He can't get to the score, yeah.
Yeah, and then also if they get in the pocket, he can't let Floyd Schofield get in the pocket and start banging with him. That's what Zepeda did in that pocket. He just kept throwing. He just was letting his hands go, and Tevin just couldn't. He couldn't block it. He wasn't slipping. He wasn't doing enough.
Do you think that Kid Austin has enough power to hurt Tim?
I don't think.
Shout out to Tim Carey.
I mean, to
$5 in the super chat. He says, "What up, 2 cents?" Shout out to Tim Carey for the support to the channel. Y'all be sure to support the channel. It's ladies' night tonight. We got Jab Queen boxing. Why you mad, Toya on the panel? All right, now what was your question?
Do y'all think he could hurt Tevin?
I don't think he can. I don't think he has the punching power to hurt Tevin. Tevin been there with some big punches, and he got a chin. Tevin definitely has a chance, so he's gonna have to really sit down on Floyd Schofield. Have to sit down on his punches and pick his shots. But I don't think he got the experience to do that yet. He's not. That's why I say this is really his coming out fight. This is really
it's a step up fight.
Yeah, so he's gonna really have to show us something. Like all his knockout and his way. He gonna have to show me something. He gonna have to show me something.
Yeah. Let's see what else Tim got to say, because we're going to get on this Haney Norman situation because it's out of control.
Quickness, speed, explosiveness. That disrupt all that stuff that Farmer be trying to do. Look, Farmer slick, but speed, it defeats slickness because it's all about speed and timing. That's it. That moving target, move, bop, there you go. Moving target, oh, there it is. Bop. Speed and quickness, Schofield. Yeah. Man, the promoter stopped seeing green a long time ago in freaking Tevin Farmer's eyes. He ain't the money man. The money man is Schofield. That's Golden Boys. That's his baby. Floyd Schofield. Oscar De La Hoya's baby. Yeah, that boy got power. I hear a lot of y'all talking about his skill set, his technical ability, so on and so forth. I tell you one thing, that boy like to rumble. And you know who like to rumble too? It's Tevin Farmer. He from Philly. You know he like to rumble. He like standing toe-to-toe. But I'm letting you know, you stand toe-to-toe, you're going to hit the floor against Schofield.
I mean, how much more of this do we have to listen to?
So, hey. Put y'all stock if y'all want to. Put your money on Tevin Farmer if you want to. Shoot, I'm putting my stock into the young gun, Floyd Schofield. He about to show out. Yeah. Hey, one thing to look out for. What we
need to look out for, Tim?
Hey, Schofield might be he might be my nephew. He might be my nephew. I've been doing a little bit of studying.
I mean, thank you.
All right. Tim started taking it too far, but he has some points on the Floyd Schofield fight. Let me know and drop it below y'all picks, y'all decisions, who y'all got at that fight. He made some valid points. The youthfulness. I just think I don't know. Floyd Schofield's okay. It's kind of like the same. I feel the same way about Schofield that I feel about Brian Norman Jr.
Mm.
I just don't see like what the hype really is about. So, what is y'all 2 cents about the Bill and Brian Senior situation? The
What's up,
latest
Cardinals?
the latest I heard was that it was some terms sent, but there's nothing about a contract that has been talked about or anything. That's what Brian Norman Sr. came on and said on Fanon when I was on his channel. Um, I've been saying, I made a video about it. They capping, y'all. They're not about to make a fight. I keep telling y'all when things happen real fast, like we went from, because just 2 days ago, Hitchison ducked him. So now all of a sudden he had a contract for Brian Norman and all of that. Like, come on, y'all. It's all cap. And I just can't believe how many people are really believing and defending this. Like, it's crazy to me. What you think about that, Jab Queen? What's your 2 cents on the situation?
Ciao. Yeah, I saw that too. And I also played the clip of Brian Norman Jr. basically discussing that there was terms, there was never any agreement, and then Bill calling and saying that, you're destroying our brand or whatever the hell he meant by that. I have no idea. But I was actually there during that interview on Coach Malachi, and it got ugly because he outed Bill. So it just further lets me know that sometimes, well, all the time, Bill, he just don't be telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that when I pressed him about that list. I guarantee you his next opponent will not be anybody off that list, and they'll try and spin it and say that everybody's ducking them when their main fight needs to be against Ryan Garcia. That's it. If he
That's
if
it. That's all.
if he really wanted to fight Brian Norman Jr., he could. He could, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. Devin is no good against guys his height, his weight, his size, his same dimensions. I just really don't see him making any type of waves at 147. It's going to be all bad for Devin.
You don't see him making any type of way. I feel like if they move him correctly, he can still win fights possibly and beat people, but
Not big fights. Who's he going to be in a big
yeah,
fight with at 147
and
if
that's
it's
that's what
not
I was gonna
Ryan?
say. But like, okay. Hanos clan in the chat. Realistically, what are big fights for Devin Haney at 147? Why you mad, Toya? You got any thing you want to 2 cents about this situation with Norman and the Bill Haney?
So yeah, like Jab Queen said, I was on the show in Boxer Voice when she pressed him. We both kind of pressed him. I kind of got a little spooked a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, because Bill he say some off the wall shit. So I was trying to compose. I didn't want to, you know what I mean. So I tried.
Toya,
Uh-huh.
you told him you said he been playing in the snow too long. I fell out. I fell out.
That kind of went over everybody's head what I was trying to say, but you
I
got it.
caught it. I caught
Yeah,
it.
caught it. So like I said, I had said that really this at 147 that Brian Norman Jr. fight. I'm not a Haney fan, but if I was, I would say that's the fight for him because even if he lose, I feel like he can win the fans back because people going to say, "Oh my God, Devin stepped up to the challenge. Devin did this. Devin did that." So I'm look at it from both ends. So that's what I do. I think he can win that fight. No, but I think for him to be the kind of fighter that steps up and take challenges, that would kind of work in his favor as far as gaining the fans back. Like they always think like he got this Debo narrative now that his father trying to portray him as, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? As a marketing strategy, that's very good for him. That can boost his popularity and give him some more fans, even if he lose. I do think he'll lose that fight. Do I realistically think that this fight is going to happen now? On the Boxing Voice, it was said that the fight is still on. Bill Haney was in the chat, and also Brian Norman Sr. was in the chat. They said it was on. They said it was some minor hiccups, but the fight may be still on. Now, for Brian Norman's side, this fight for him will take him to a different level as far as him beating the name. You know what I mean? When he wins and he wins in a dominant fashion, which I think he will, it's going to take him to a different stratosphere at 147 because now Boots is gone. He can be the man at 147. There's really nobody there as far as big stars names that he can actually fight. You know what I mean? As far well, it is. You got To there. You got who else is at 147? Who's that? Who else at
You got
147?
The whole
Tio.
division.
No,
Rolly
Tio
was
not
up
at
there.
47 yet. He having
Tio
a
at
Right.
40.
recently went there.
Tio's
Yeah,
up there. Ryan when he come
right.
back.
Yeah,
Whoever
right.
the winner
Yeah,
is of Mario Barrios and
right,
Pacquiao.
right. So that's what I'm saying. Him beating Devin would take him there to that next level to now get those big names. So it's a win-win for Brian Norman, and on the losing side, it's kind of a win-win for Haney because the fans are going to say his fans will say, "Oh my God, at least he stepped up. At least he did this. At least he did that." He kind of gained those fans back that he lost from that situation with Ryan. Do I think the fight is going to happen realistically, logically? I don't think Bill's gonna put him in that situation. But if the money's right, you gotta understand Bill is a player. Bill is a pimp. If that money talking, he don't care. He don't care nothing about that because he know what's can happen as well as far as him stepping up, taking that challenge. You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, I can see how Devin can win though. Just think about this now. Devin does has good footwork. Devin does has good footwork. We never seen Brian Norman really step into a fight where he was using footwork. We never see him. All the fights I've seen him in, I never seen him cut off the ring. You know what I mean? I never seen him fight somebody that was a mover like Devin is. If Devin fights the way he fight Ramirez and move around and try not to get touched, if he try not to get touched, I can see how going over there to Saudi, how they can give him that win. I can see it. I know it's
No,
not.
they not no 18 by
So
18 ring.
so let me just a little bit of pushback, Toya. Um, I don't know because Turkey's already expressed he was not a fan of that particular fighting style. So if they would give it to Devin, he would have to get in there and engage, and I don't think that would be a smart play for him at all. Now, using his footwork, I do agree he probably does have better footwork than Brian Norman Jr. because a lot of his opponents kind of just stand there and get beat on, right? But as far as the output, the pop shotting and running around the ring, I don't think that's going to win him the fight. And I don't think that will win him any fans back either. Just getting in the ring, but you have to perform once you're in there. I don't think that would be a smart fight, albeit, like you said, it would probably gain him some fans, 2 or 3 more. I don't think that would be smart for him to move up to 147 and that be his very first fight at a full 147. We know he's playing this catch weight game right now, but I don't think that would be smart for him to be that first fight because he looks scared to death against Ramirez. So
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
opinion, he needs a tune-up for the tune-up if he's going to get in there with Brian Norman Jr. And I'm not saying he's no killer. I'm just saying that boy is punching, and he'll need some sort of confidence going into that ring. And right now, I just don't think he has any.
Yeah, I can see that as well, Jab Queen. I can see that, but I also like in that small ring that it made the fight may be presented in. I can see Devin moving around that ring. I can also see Devin trying to slip punches. I can see him throwing in between shots. I can see him landing towards the body a lot, like he kind of did with Loma, kind of trying to land towards the body. So I can kind of see him. They building a strategy of how they can use what they have to work for them. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying like it'll be that effective, but I can see Turkey and them probably giving it to him if he can not get hit. You know what I mean? Even if the ring is small, if you got impeccable footwork, you can still move around that ring. Just like when we're going to see how Shakur going to act with the Cepeda fight. You know what I mean? Because he has that that half step back. He can step back. He can have step back. He can pop shots. He can go in and out. And Devin kind of got that same type of fighting style. You know what I mean? But I don't
So
know.
what's your thoughts on that Zapata fight real quick? Because I ain't talked to you in a while. Why you mad, Toya? Where you be at?
Man, I be in all these boxing streets, man.
Yeah, Toya everywhere. No,
I don't be
but
seeing you.
to your point, he could Toya, but he's gonna have to do that for 12 rounds.
Hey,
12
that's one
rounds.
thing you cannot say about that boy. The boy got an engine. You don't never really see
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Got an engine, man.
That's true.
He definitely got stamina for sure.
Definitely got good stamina for sure. Like he
Yeah, I can agree with
got
that.
good, he got good feet work, and his gas tank is always full. Like you never really see him mouth open, gas. You never see him like that. So that's why I'm saying it's a possibility. I can see how if it plays out, I can see how Devin may win. But as far as him as the power of Brian Norman, yes, the guy is punching. The guy is punching. Tank said it. The guy is punching.
And that's the only thing. And I know people always say, "Oh, it's more than power." Like, I get that, right? And I get all of that, and I get you need more than power and all of that. The thing that I'm trying to say is he does not have the confidence right now, to me, to face a Brian Norman Jr. Think about it. Brian Norman Jr. is coming off an amazing win. His confidence level is through the roof. Devin, albeit he won his last fight, his performance is not amazing. He know it, his daddy know it, his fans know it. I don't give a damn what they talking about. He needs his confidence back. So to me, he needs another fight, and hopefully he performs in this fight, because Ramirez was supposed to be his kind of style and profile fight coming back off of what we saw with Ryan, but it didn't go that way. So he needs something to get his confidence level back up, because if he goes in that ring the way that he was just in the ring, he DOA.
Yeah, facts.
And another thing I thought was crazy was when he was like, Shakur was supposed to be next. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Shakur
And
was
that's
supposed
and
to
that's
be.
nothing but bullshit anyway, because you were supposed to fight Shakur at 135. You sent him that janky promoter ass contract, and you knew it was a janky promoter ass contract just so you can run around talking somebody ducking you.
But this may be, also think about this, ladies. This may be Devin's last shot with Turkey. I don't know, but I'm thinking this. I don't know. Just think
That's
about
a
this.
good point.
Now on a boxer voice, y'all know that's the Haney voice over there, right? So
Yes.
they always talk. Me and Ness go at all the times. You know who I rock with, but you know what I'm saying. I this may be Turkey's last. Give me Devin a last shot to show me what you can do, because you may not get another. You may not get another back. I think Brian Norman is the last option. I don't even think they really wanted that. I really think this is the last option that Turkey picked for him. Hey, you're gonna have to show me something. You have to show me something, because I put you on the card in New York. The fans was not pleased. It wasn't. I'm tired of that. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to show me what you really can do, or this may be your last rodeo, because
And
Tito
all
pulled out the.
Go
Yeah, go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You was talking.
No, I was saying, like, because Tio pulled out for whatever reason. He said whatever reason he pulled out the fight. So who knows that this may be Turkey giving him, like, this his last bag. Like, you're gonna have to show me something. And if you can't perform the way I feel like you can, then you may not come back to Saudi. So I don't know. That's just my theory.
But this is my thing though, right? That I think is crazy. It's like, okay, Devin had one fight. It's not like Devin has been doing that fight after fight after fight. That's what I think is so weird. Like, I don't know. I think it's weird. They want to change rules and do all this extra stuff because two people had a bad fight. Now
That's
all of a
that's what I
sudden,
was gonna say, Tucson. I was gonna say this is not. He kills me with that. I'm tired of this. You saw it one goddamn time from one person on one card. Like, shut up.
like you've been wanting to do this. You just was waiting on the excuse. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be Hunger Games. But and so my point I was trying to make it was like he just casually was like, yeah, it was gonna be Shakur next, and nobody said nothing. Shakur Stevenson fights at 135 pounds. Devin is currently fighting right now at a catch weight of 144 pounds. And y'all think he finna go to 47 and fight Brian Norman? Like, listen, Bill and Brian are a team. They finna attach themselves to each other and cap back and forth and then go fight other people. That's exactly what's gonna happen. But I think Toya got a point. Like, theoretically, Devin should be able to outbox Brian Norman, theoretically. However, Brian Norman is young. He's Devin's size, if not bigger. And he's been at the weight. Devin hasn't been at 47 like that. And his confidence is definitely an issue, and it's going to always be an issue until we see him get in the ring again. We know physically he's okay. We know his legs work. We know he can, be in the ring and fight, but we don't know where he's at mentally. We don't know if his confidence is there. I don't think it would. I wouldn't even, if I was a Devin fan, I wouldn't even be encouraging him to go take a Norman fight right now. Like, nah, bro, get yourself together.
But see, that's the thing. They don't think nothing's wrong with him, or they refuse to admit that he's not the same that he was before the Ryan fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's still a little embarrassment. The whole world saw what happened to him. So I get that, right? But like I said, I don't think that would be smart for him to take that Brian Norman fight right now. If they want to kind of build it up, if both of them go they separate ways and build it up, that's cool. I don't know, Toya, if you were on the one where when they were talking about the list and Brian Norman came on there, when he said, I sent you that list first. Did you catch that?
Yeah, yeah.
He said, I sent you that list first, which means before you published it, since you knew his son's name was on it, you sent it to him. So to Two Cents' point, this might be some whole little show diggity dang. I don't know what they got going on, but he definitely sent Brian Norman Sr. that list before he even put it on X.
And then also it was said that Brian Norman got on another podcast, Brian Norman Jr. The son said that Turkey called him first before
Yep.
even talking to. That's why I said this. That's why I said about Turkey. My theory may be this may be Devin's last rodeo if he doesn't perform to the expectation of blanket head.
Wait, Turkey called who first? Cause see, I don't know where Turkey's coming in at. Cause from my understanding, it's just been Bill and Brian talking about. Because I was like, if Turkey wanted to
No.
see this fight, how come he ain't mentioned that he wanted it in November when he
No.
talked about those other
Turkey
3 fights he wanted?
Because Turkey called behind the scenes. He called the Normans and said, "Hey, would you be?" I played it last night. He called Normans and asked them, would they be interested in a fight with Devin? They said yes. Then they called Bill. So that's when Bill just ran out here. Oh, I'm looking for the Normans. He already knew what was going on. This is what Brian Norman Sr. was saying. Like, yo, you already knew what was going on because when you got the call, you tried to dead it. Like, we messing up your reputation. We trying to ruin your brand. You know what I'm saying? So they was kind of going to leave it alone until Bill started with the whole, I'm looking for him. I'm looking for this person. They like, what? Okay. What's up?
So, but my question is, when did Norman start fooling with Turkey?
I don't know. I guess
Because
he just
Norman's with
called.
Top Rank. And why Turkey? Listen, Turkey would be calling Bob. It don't make sense. Why would Turkey call y'all?
Well, first of all, we know that Turkey does a whole lot of things he's not supposed to do. And let's not act like Turkey has not been reaching out to fighters before. He knows he's not supposed to do it, but I guess when he's in Saudi, is something, I don't know how that works, but he knows he's not supposed to do it. But he's been caught doing that before. You don't remember? He's done that several times, reaching out to fighters directly. And you got to stop that. You can't. If they're represented, you can't reach out to them directly. I guess he called their manager or who? What's their manager name? Whatever his name is. But he's the one that put it out that it's not going to happen. But I believe he reached out to the manager and asked them, and they said yes. That's how the whole thing started. I guess Turkey got a hold of that list too.
For real.
Hey,
I don't believe none of them.
I gotta go, man. I do want to watch this Deontay Wilder fight, and I'm gonna watch this Christian and Billy fight. So, yeah.
All right, thank you for coming up.
For sure.
All right, Jack. All right, why you mad?
Keep rocking. All right.
Yeah, man. Let me see the Wilder fight on. Let me see. It was supposed to be on. Let me see if I can pull it up. I really wish I could show stuff on here. Do they let you show stuff on Twitch?
I don't know. I wouldn't try it, 2 Cent. If they want to watch it, let them turn the TV on. I don't want you to get in trouble or nothing. Wake up tomorrow and your shit's fucked up,
Whole account terminated.
You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it, especially not for that fight. Anyway, yeah, my whole thing on that is, it's basically what all of us were saying. I don't know about Devin. I really think he needs to get his confidence back. I get, what Bill's trying to do, keep his son's name relevant, and to a certain degree it works, but he's ruining his own brand with stupid things like this because as we see now, somebody gonna call your bluff, Bill. Then how you gonna diddy bop and flip flop out of it? Somebody gonna call your bluff. Okay, my name on that list. What's up?
I just him. I think it's crazy. He got 35 pounders on there. Like, cut it out. Cut it out.
Did you see what's his name? The Spanish nigga. He called Shakur out again. Javier or Dadier, whatever his name is.
Herrera.
Yeah.
Is that his name? Herrera.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, but even if Shakur, I guess Shakur can fight him, but it's just another prospect Shakur fighting, and people going, "Oh, it's a big fight," but somebody want to fight
Javier Herrera or whatever his name is, Herrera. He alright. He needs tough fights, yo. It's come on, bro. How many times you gonna do this? He needs tough fights. What fight we ever seen Shakur and that we could say was a tough fight for him?
None. I can't think of none. I guess the De Los Santos fight.
You sound like Bud now talking about some goddamn Burns. What? Say what now?
I mean, you said the tough fight. Let me drop this link. About to open up the panel. It's been about an hour. Shout out to all the ladies on the panel. I got the Wilder fight pulled up on BLK Prime. I'm checking out right now. Somebody said something about a top rank card that was
It's
on.
on BLK Prime.
Yeah.
All right, let me go and give him 2 seconds of my time, child. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, I
Let's see
just
what's
got it.
happening.
It's in the Discord. It's in the Discord.
Oh, let me try and pull the Discord up. Hold on. Oh,
Let me
especially if I
go.
gotta pay for it. I know they lying.
Panel open, fellas.
Oh God, let me tight. Let me put my seatbelt on.
Shout out to all the ladies that came through tonight. Mr. Greg in the building. What's going on, Mr. Greg?
Hey, Mr. Greg.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Mm-mm.
Still a little sick, sorry. How y'all doing?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm holding on. I'm sorry I missed you, sis.
That's okay. I was out and about most of the day myself.
Right. When you were talking when you're talking about, I said it in the chat about Bill and Schofield. I guess that's who we're talking about.
Brian Norman Sr.
I mean, yeah, Brian Norman Senior.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them.
It reminded me, and I said it about two. You ever see two old guys who hang out at the liquor store, hang on the corners, arguing with each other
Yep.
about who gets to date the girl who's out there drinking as well, being a drunk. That's what they remind me of, and I don't know why I got that picture of it, that picture in my head that I'm out the liquor store with liquor in their hand in the brown bags, arguing with each other, and she over there drinking with somebody else. It just made me think about that's how they kind of come across now. It's gotten to be sort of cartoonish and
Yep.
kind of sad because it's kind of it's kind of messing up their son's career for what boxing is today. The other thing was about Schofield. Because fighters don't fight, but on an average once a year, and they get moved around like they do, I think those fights that test them have to come early too. So I think this is this is a good fight to test him. You know, I would have liked to have seen him get a little more season, but that's just not how it happens now. So
You talking about Schofield? I'm sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
So if he got a fight uh that's going to test him, okay. If you're going to do it, that's how the game is going now. So you have to be ready for it. So I hope that he is ready. I think it's a good fight. Go ahead and find out where you are, and you'll find out whether you're ready or not. But unfortunately, it could have been better if you had more fights under your belt. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's just how it is now. So you got to take that attitude about them. You want these big fights. You want to get in there with guys that you see got a bigger name, and of course that makes you shine a little bit. And you prepare yourself. If nothing else, you got enough time because y'all only fighting on an average of once a year. So hopefully you have enough money to get good sparring, get good nutritionists, learn a few things, watch films, things of that nature. Get somebody who's going to really teach you, since you only fighting once a year. So there's really not any other reason why you shouldn't be ready, other than, like I said, you don't have enough fights, but you have enough time to do the best you can in preparation. So I just hope that's what they're going to do. I hope a lot of them start taking that attitude, since that's how the game goes now.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I'm not, and I wasn't trying to say like um anything negative about Schofield. I mean, he's decent. I don't really think that he's what his father thinks he is, but a lot of fathers suffer from that delusion
yeah,
these. But you're right. It is good to take tougher fights, as you're younger and as you're developing your skill, and it won't hit your resume so hard. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
I excuse me. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree, Jab Queen. That's just what they have to do now, because what's the only other substitute for that is to have more fights to prepare you for these bigger fights. But they're not doing that. By the time you get to I guess the really big super fight, sometimes you have to wonder how many fights and who did you fight to get you prepared for this? And usually it's like everybody questions, yo, who did you fight? Well, who's on your resume? So use that time that you're not fighting while they maneuvering and all the machinations that go behind the scenes and just preparation. That's the best you're going to be able to do unless you fight in some other league that's out there to just get yourself busy, keep yourself busy because I think you can still do that. It used to be you couldn't. And it's not a whole bunch of boxing leagues out there anymore anyway because ain't nobody got the money. So,
Right. Shout out Tony Reviews, Band Up and Rich on the panel.
what's up, T?
What's up?
Salute, gents.
Salute everybody.
Rich, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Oh no, I'm just listening.
What's up,
All right,
Rich?
band up. What you got for the show?
What's up, Greg?
Yeah, I wanted to speak on that press conference when when that topic come up. I got some things up my peel back from that.
What you got? What's your 2 cents? What you got about the press conference?
I started one. I do think Bud came in a little mad. I don't know why, but he came in a little pissed off. They was both throwing their little shots back and forth. But what's it called? Jab Queen said something about this earlier. Bud is finally listening to his fans, you know what I mean, a little bit, or to what the streets is saying. Because he it kind of seemed like he bit down on it, but he said to the fans, what was his most important win? And he said, I'm getting the belt. Then he said, to the fans, the best thing was Errol spins, you know what I mean? So he is biting down on his courage, he's swallowing his pride a little bit and giving Errol the flowers. But I did see Tim Bradley a couple days ago say, and I feel this way a little bit. If the boxing general if the general boxing community ain't gonna give Terrence his credit over beating up Errol and say Errol had all these excuses, that's why he looked like that, then why the hell would he go out there on a limb and say it? I feel Tim Bradley when he said that. But
that don't make no sense, bro. But go ahead.
But I definitely feel Bud is listening a little bit more. I think this fight is going to be big. Big. That it wasn't packed, but there was a lot of people there in that stadium. There was a lot of people there for that. And this is early into the fight. We still got all July and all of August to go. And it was
a lot of people there, but it's Turkey, so you got to question like.
It was a lot of Mexicans in there too. Said
But where was Bud fans at the press conference though? Where was his fans at? Why you went to the press conference? Band Up
wasn't there.
Man Up, you should have been the first one there. You should have been the first one there. You should have had a sign up. You should have had the front of your shirt tied in a knot. You should have been like, Bud.
No, you got
hilarious.
Greg, you see how she do me, Greg? I got a whole picture up here with Boots, and she gonna say I gotta have my paw palms out for me.
That was a good one.
Tony Reviews, what you got for the show?
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
That's good. First and foremost, Kid Austin, he's about to show Tevin Farmer I am him. He's gonna show him firsthand.
Don't do that.
What you mean? Don't do what?
Tony Reviews always come up here with something crazy.
But it's gonna be an easy fight. It ain't even gonna be difficult. I know y'all want Tevin to win real bad because y'all are Tank fans, and he ran up on Tank.
They have to do any correlation you can.
This guy's crazy.
Look, here's the fact. Tevin ran up on Tank many of times and left Tank sweating and shivering and shaking. But
Tevin ran away from Tank. But go ahead.
Schofield about to show you this dude, especially at this age, he ain't gonna do nothing. Like
I tell you what, Tony, you better not go into the witness protection program if you lose. I better not have to search for you all over YouTube.
He ain't gonna lose. He gonna show y'all why muscles win fights and all.
Oh, that's why. That's why
Kid Austin gonna do it big. He gonna hold it down for the bodybuilders out there, and he gonna beat that
ass. Boy, stop.
Hey Tony, you need to make a shirt that say "Muscle
working
win
at
fight."
AT&T.
You know what? If Schofield wins, I'll take you up on that. And any proceeds I make off of it, 2 cents, I'll cut you in on it.
I appreciate it. Rick Timms, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Rick always look like he coming from court.
Hey man, I can't stay long, but hey, let me just say this right quick, y'all.
Hey man, peep this. Canelo have literally avoided every elite undefeated black fighter since Floyd. And he's done that for a reason. He know brothers, American black men that really got their shit together are trouble in that ring for him. And when I said earlier that Bud showed extreme confidence to me, when all I hear Canelo saying is, I'm gonna do my best. It's gonna be a great fight. I'm gonna give it my all. And I hear Bud steady saying, no, not if I win, when I win. I promise you my hand gonna be raised at the end of the fight. I'm motivated, blah, blah, blah. That's confidence to me. The boy got a hell of a hill to climb, man. Major obstacles for Bud to win this fight. It's not gonna be easy. So I don't see Bud as giddy or nervous. I see a black man up there that know his craft, that he expect to win against this much bigger opponent. So that don't make me some fanboy. That don't make me delusional. I've been rocking with Bud since 2014, 2015 strong, and nothing's gonna change. So when September 13th come around, win or lose, I'm down with the dude. And you know, I'm not gonna get into that shit earlier that was going on in the chat. We're just gonna wait till September 13th. How about that?
I can appreciate that, Rick. I mean, as a
Right. I
fan, you
don't know
should
what
be
was going
riding
on
with
in
your
the chat. I
fighter.
think I missed it, but
Yeah, I'm glad
that's
you
what's
missed
up,
it.
Rick. That's what's
Fighter.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, man.
nobody's
Let me.
asking you to turn against him. I
You
still
look
No,
don't
no,
nice
think
no.
his
though,
I
Rick.
don't. Right,
feet stink.
right.
I have a
Okay.
question.
You look
I have
casket
a
fresh,
question.
Rick.
Don't do that.
Hey,
Hey, Rick,
I got to
Rick, I
bounce.
have a question for you. Oh, he ran from the
Oh, he
question.
had to. Nah, he had to
Boy,
go. He said he
stop.
couldn't
Nah,
stand
he'll
you.
be back. Just because you said that, he definitely coming back. Trust
I
that.
just wanna I
Thomas
just wanna
Hill,
know,
what
like
up? What
here's
up?
my for the panel, if 2 cents doesn't mind. Outside of Andrade, what black fighter did Canelo not fight?
He didn't fight him when, like, he should have been fought Charlo, not
Wait,
wait to
wait,
move
wait,
him
wait,
up 2 weight
wait.
classes.
No, that's not
That's not.
true.
That is.
Charlo turned down the fight, and furthermore, his own brother
Charlo said
outed
he
him
didn't
and
turn down.
said that he turned down the fight. So you can't
When?
even use Charlo.
I've never heard that story. Shout out
Go
Dr.
go
Jimmy
Google it,
Thomas
two
Hill on the
cents.
panel. Hold on. Thomas Hill, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show before Tony
First, first,
capping too hard?
I know that's right. He came up with the cat with the going for a certain fighter because you're Tank fans and everything like that. Them boys hate. They really do love them some Tank boy in a misguided form, man. But I'll say this: let's give it to the ladies. The ladies came up, represented. They came up and did that glow up, man. Hey, boxing in a good sport. Oh yes, another ovation too. Give your lady a standing ovation. And yo, I'm here for the fights, bro. I'm not mad at the fight. I know a lot of times we misplace our true what should I say fandom for other folks because of other folks, and I'm not one of those people. I want Crawford to do well. I don't expect my man Foster to struggle that much in the ring with. I'm not Foster, but Farmer to struggle that much in the ring with the kid, and I think the kid he's a little bit unseasoned. Matter of fact, he's a lot unseasoned, so he's pretty much going to be operating with a puncher's chance. I think that the most clean work will be done in the ring by Tevin Farmer, but he probably won't get the reward of it as he's suffered in his other fights with Mortai and Cepeda. But we gonna see what Cinnamon got to bring to the table because he can't fight like he did the first time. I mean, the last time in the ring with Skull because that's not acceptable. That's my 2 cents.
All right. Shout out to D1 with the $2 in the super chat. He says, Haney fans down bad. Dodger Nim, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Yeah, and I don't like nobody deleted my message. It was me and Rick Tim doing that. Yeah.
And it's because I said something about so I said something about Bud, and I don't care, and I'm gonna keep talking because my daddy like Bud, and I talk to him every day. So ain't gonna make me feel bad for not liking Bud. But nah, I thought the press conference was,
Here, Dondra. Here.
but nah, I thought the press conference was it was decent. I don't think it was like anything special, but it was. I think Terrence was a little nervous, but I'm like he looked like he was a little hyped up, so I was a little happy. I'm like, okay, maybe this will be a decent fight while it lasts. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo did duck Maul, and Canelo ducked Andrade too. He ducked both of them at 60 because both of them were I think both of them were his mandatories for the belts, and he wouldn't fight them. Even after he fought Triple G, he was supposed to fight Maul. He wouldn't. So there's that. And Devin and Bill, Lord. I done heard 7 different stories. I don't know when this fight gonna happen, but I hope it do. Cause I want to see Haney get laid out.
You want to see
Yeah.
who?
Haney get laid out.
Oh. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen though. No, I don't think he's. Somebody needs to mute. They got static or something in the phone.
Yeah, I thought it was mine. That's why I muted mine. But god dang.
That
I don't know.
was Rice Krispies. Somebody poured the milk on the Rice Krispies.
It sounds like some little demon in their phone or something. Like what is that? But yeah. So Tony, back to your question. You said what slick black fighter did Canelo duck? Can we let Tony know?
In
Because
two
that's his
cents,
question.
really fast. Again, another lie was told. Canelo never ducked at all. Maul had 2 different occasions to fight him. He could have fought him at 160. Mel back in 2020 said the fight was offered to him and he turned it down. Furthermore, he could have just fought him. It was never supposed to be Mel fighting Canelo. It was supposed to be Maul. And he backed out of the fight at 168 yet again for the second time. So that's 2 times he
Wrong.
backed out of the fight. And you can go look it up. And these are my
I
words.
can look it up.
Yeah, go look it up. These are
I
my
know.
words.
I'm a Jamal fan. I know when he was.
So
So and
again,
I don't want to
as
hear
I
that.
was
Nah.
saying,
Because
as
after
I was
Triple G,
saying,
he was mandated to fight Jamal, and he went back and did the rematch instead.
no, he
Yeah.
was
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Then
no.
after that, and
When
that's
he
why he moved
fought
up to
Triple
68, so
G,
he wouldn't have to fight them.
when he fought Triple G,
Oh
he was
Lord.
already locked into a rematch clause. So you're wrong there. Go look that up. Furthermore, again, I must restate and say again, his own fucking brother said he ducked the fight. His own brother said he ducked the fight. His own brother said he ducked the fight. Let me say it one more time because you acting real slow. His own brother said he ducked the fight.
Just because you say it 3 times don't make it any more obvious that he still ducked. You can duck once and somebody else can duck you. You didn't act like they boxers don't duck each other the whole time. Then you want them all to fight him off a 3-year layoff. What kind? Who wanted to see that fight?
First and foremost,
Does that no no no? Ask the question. You wanted to see him fight him off a 3-year layoff? Never been at 68.
How can I answer the question when I never said I wanted to see him fight him at 168?
Then why you say so? Why would Canelo want to fight somebody coming off 3 years? So you was fine with that though.
Who, bro?
But you
Like,
were
where are
fine
you
with it.
getting
You
it?
just
No,
made a
no, no, no,
big
no,
point
no, no,
about
no.
you
The
made a
stuff
big
that
point
you're
about
saying.
Mel fight taking the fight, even though he
Okay, get
told
it
he
out.
said I didn't want
Every
Mel to
time
take the
I
fight.
speak, you interject like you scared for me to answer. So let's go to what you just said. First off, I never stated that I wanted to see Canelo fight Maul at 168. What I said was this an actual fact that the fight was offered to him. He accepted the fight and he backed out of the fight. That's a fact. What I also said was at 160, he was offered the fight and he backed out of the fight, which his own brother called him out on. Mel admitted that Jamal backed out of the fight, which is also a fact. So nothing did I say ever did I want to see a certain fight, not want to see a certain fight, when I wanted to see a fight, when I didn't want to see a fight. All I stated was facts. Now, you can take that any way you want to. I don't really care because you can't argue with facts.
I appreciate the compliment.
All right, y'all. Panel open. Panel open.
So I ain't even hit you every
Somebody
time.
talking in the background.
I said you don't have any respect for women. To constantly have these kind of remarks is very off-putting. Lack of maturity.
That's banned up.
That sounds like a TV.
Like
No, band up on mute. That is not me.
Band up
That
getting
was your
dumped on
TV or
air. That's
something.
crazy.
That is wild. That is wild.
That definitely was you banned up. We watched it.
We seen the little thing moving when the lady was talking. What you watching TV or something?
Nah, that's his girlfriend.
But
What you
now,
talking about? I'm literally been on mute this whole time. What you talking about?
Tony, what do you think about a Devin Norman fight? How do you see that going? We was talking about that earlier.
I think it's easy work for Devin if he fights like he did Ramirez. If he fights off the back foot, there's no way Brian Norman can beat him.
Okay. So, run is what a lot of people were referring to that style as when he fought Ramirez.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, and this is no offense to anybody that said he was running, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna quote a Mayweather. People don't know shit about boxing. He was not running from Ramirez. He was outboxing him, which is the name of the game. If you just because
Tony,
you can't hit him,
that's a bunch of bullshit.
He wasn't running. He dominated him.
Okay.
It might not have been impressive, but he dominated him.
Sure, we'll go with that. How do you explain the 70 seconds he spent with his hands in his pocket?
What was Ramirez doing during them 70 seconds?
I didn't ask you that.
70 punches?
I didn't ask you that. I asked you how do you account for the 70 seconds he spent with his hands in his pocket?
What I don't understand is if his hands were in his pocket for 70 seconds, how can you discount the other fighter who's not letting their hands go either?
Because he sucked too.
My question.
Like it can't be all on Devin that Ramirez didn't do anything.
I didn't say that, but you making it seem like Devin put on some sort of clinic, like he wasn't, like my eyes don't work, like I didn't see him moving around the ring like somebody said tag you with.
Ty, that's not what I said. What I said is he dominated him, but it was not impressive. What I mean by that is you could argue that Devin won every single round. That's a domination.
That's not saying a lot. Let me
get this because I don't know. How can you dominate with 70 punches? Shout out Big Dog Willie with $2 in the super chat. He says Jake Paul versus Tank November 22nd, Las Vegas, MGM Facts. Shout out Big Dog
Devin versus 4, November 22nd. That's what it is right there, Big Dog Willie. Finally.
Hey, but on top of that, shout out for
super chat. He says stop hating on Bill, the most honest man in boxing. Shout out Big Dog Willie.
Stop we gotta get
we gotta get the Bill facts back.
Nah. He got his breath of reprieve when you know that draw happened. So that nigga celebrating that like it was the upset of the century. But shout out to July 12th. That's the biggest lightweight bout in history. Sugar Shakur Stevenson versus Thundering Jose Cepeda going down at Louis Armstrong Stadium. Tune in for the whole decree because it's gonna put the whole damn
stadium.
Yeah,
in the stadium too?
No, they're fighting in Queens.
It's at a tennis stadium.
It's gonna be at Louis Armstrong Stadium.
They fighting at a stadium.
Wait a minute. That's right. They got to take the ferry.
It's a tennis arena, but it's going to be there. They're going to have it at Louis Armstrong Stadium. And my man about to show the world, put the whole world on notice that the lightweight, heavyweight king is in the building. Shakur Stevenson. And that's how you stand for your boy, Big Dog Willie. Stop talking about hair grease, Jake Paul, and Tank, baby boy. You got a fight coming right around the corner. Talk about that.
He already told us last night he ain't going, so.
Yeah, he ain't going. Most of the fans ain't going.
You get a free bag of Reggie. You get a free bag of Reggie when you go.
You might want that, boo.
So I have a question about boxing, right? Or about sports in general.
Hey, y'all put a one in the chat if you're watching the Wilder fight right now. Go ahead, Tony.
Is it on right now?
Yeah.
Hold on. He's fighting right now?
He's not fighting now. The card
is on.
Oh, yeah. I don't care about the card. I'll tune in whenever he fights.
I'm watching the Top Rank card right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'll watch when Wilder get on there.
I think Billy is the one that'll beat Canelo. I hope he fights Billy. Yeah, I've been saying for about 2 to 3 years, and Billy would beat the brakes off of him.
But I don't think Billy can beat. I didn't think he looked good against his last fight against Derevchenko.
Well, he won a lot of almost all the rounds against Derevchenko.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, but that was an injured Derevchenko too.
One arm.
It don't matter. That's not in Billy's fault that the dude threw out his shoulder. Like it is what it is. You got injured. I won. Okay.
He couldn't get him out of there though, because he was injured for at least 3 rounds.
So it's hard to get somebody out of there because Chico went super defensive and was just moving the entire time. He really wasn't engaging. He would throw pop shots and run after his shoulder went out, which I'm not saying is bad tactically, but at the beginning of the fight when Dermachenko was actually fighting him because he had both arms, he was getting his ass whooped. And then he went down to one arm and just was running off the back foot. So the fight changed like halfway through, if you remember. But I just want to say this real fast before we get too deep down into something else. As far as Devin domination goes, I want to say this real fast. Name me one sport outside of boxing where you win all the rounds, score all the points, and the other team does absolutely nothing. They end with a 0, and that's not a domination.
That's not a good comparison because other sports are team sports. This is an individual one.
Well, tennis is a one-on-one sport. If I score all the points in tennis and my opponent scores none, is that not a domination?
Not if you have like 8 faults in that game.
That is, but tennis is also not a a combat
sport.
Tony, please stop with this dancing around, flip-flopping and
There's no
flopping, okay?
There's no dancing around. The fact of the matter is
fight. That's it. Can you just admit he looked trash in that fight?
When you win 12-0, that's a domination.
That's like two wrestlers in the UFC. It's like two wrestlers in the UFC keep trying to take each other down and no one. But you got one takedown in the ring, and the other one didn't get in. So you won the fight because you had 3 total takedowns in 3 rounds y'all fought. No, that shit was still trash.
My point is
still trash.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get this. Shout out World of Animals with the $5 in the super chat. He said, salute 2 cents. Shout out World of Animals with the $5 in the super chat. And this is a good conversation because this just leads me back to my point that I was trying to make about the no running rule and all that stupid. It's just too subjective. You got Tony up here talking about it's a complete domination, and you got other people feel like he was running. You get what I'm saying?
So I want to use
with that, hold on, Tony. Even with that, though, Turkey has no right to enforce some type of rule like that because it's not like Devin does that all the time. This was the only fight that I actually saw him run. And damn you for making me admit that because I don't like to say nice things about people I don't like.
Hey, Don.
Hold on. Shout out
I'm listening.
Yeah, I want to run with that UFC.
And then I'm going to let Dean get his 2 cents off. Finish. Go ahead and lay your plane, Tony.
Yeah, so to use UFC as an example, right? Say you have one dude who's a striker, one guy's who's a wrestler, right? And the wrestler just lays on top of the striker for all 5 rounds, okay? The wrestler dominated him even if he did 0 damage, but the fight wasn't impressive. You can dominate somebody in fighting and not be impressive. Impressive is like what Tank Davis does. Knock somebody out in the blink of an eye.
Oh my goodness, did he admit that?
Let me answer that.
What I'm saying is
similar. Hold on, Tony. Let me ask. Ain't that similar to like? Didn't they used to have people in the UFC that would just like lay down and kick or something like that?
Yeah.
And then they had
First of all, a couple wrestlers had. It's one dude who's undefeated, never lost. UFC cut him because he didn't throw strikes, and he would always. They couldn't do nothing with him on the ground. It's been a couple of. So it's not just this sport where if you're boring and people don't like it, they're gonna stop. They don't want to see it. Even if you win and you're great at it, people don't want to see it, and it's okay. Just adjust it.
But Don, that's a different example. What I'm saying is being impressive means people want to watch it. Okay, that's my point. You don't have to be impressive to dominate somebody. You could dominate them very easily and do very little to do it. If they're not hitting you and you're hitting them and you're just doing enough to win each round, but you're so above their skill level that they can't touch you, you dominate them. Is it fun to watch? No. Do the fans like it? No. But at the end of the day, whether it's impressive or not, it's still a domination.
Why didn't it
didn't look like it?
He did not look like he was in there with somebody who was completely below him, like they had no business in the same damn ring.
How? Ramirez couldn't even touch him.
Death. He touched him just fine the time he could catch him.
Listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said.
Let Dean go.
Dean. High frequency on the panel.
Oh, hell no.
What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Oh, I just wanted to say that taking the knees is not impressive either.
I said,
you see what I'm talking about?
Dean, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I wanted to say, matter of fact, 2 cents. Let Frequent go first. All right, just let him go because he be.
You'll never get in, Dean. You'll never get a
word. You got it, Dean. Go ahead, bro.
All right.
what I want.
We're not cutting people off. It ain't been no cutting off and talking over. We're not gonna start that now. Go ahead, Dean.
Go ahead, you got it, Dean.
The people that y'all trying to convince of this boxing, like it's our fault that Turkey made. Turkey's the person you need to be trying to convince of all of that, Tony. We don't give a fuck. The fans, if we don't like it, we're not going to buy it. You trying to get on panels and convince people to like something they don't like. That is like shooting in the dark. That's just not going to happen. You can say it's the sweet science and all of that shit. That's fine. But y'all wanted Devin to go over there with Turkey. He's the one that don't like it. It's what he thinks, and he don't like it. So y'all need Devin fans, y'all need to be trying to convince him of that. Because that's why they're undercards. You could do all the sweet boxing all you want. Just don't complain about your marketability. Don't complain about where you're placed at on the card. Don't say people should appreciate. You don't get to tell people what they should appreciate. They appreciate what the hell they want to appreciate. They like what they like.
Back.
They don't like watching. They don't like watching a fight where he took some of the lowest amount of punches in a fight ever, where he's running around the ring for 60 seconds. People don't like that. Did he win? Yeah, he won. So did Oklahoma City when Tyrese Halliburton went out with an ACL injury. Yeah, you won. But that part is not, that's not the part that you need to be trying to convince people of. Is people going to want to watch you win again is the question. And that's why Devin can't take a loss. Devin get knocked out by Brian Norman Jr. Who's paying Devin after that? Who's going to want to watch Devin Haney? Because then all of the stuff that they be talking about runs out after that. Now it's not just Ryan Garcia and Ostarine and all of that stuff. So Turkey's the guy y'all need to be trying to convince of this. He the one that said the no running rule, and y'all get mad at the fans. Y'all get mad at Tank Davis fans like we told Turkey to say that. He don't appreciate it. So do better since you don't want to do better business otherwise. I don't know what to tell y'all Devin fans.
First off,
Devin fans down bad. Who said that? Somebody cashed at me. Devin fans down bad today. That's what D1 cashed at me.
Okay, Dean, to respond to you saying me, first off and foremost, I don't even know where everything you just said came from because all of that is null and void. I didn't say not at one point in time, do you have to like the way Devin fought or anybody who fights like Devin, do you have to like it? I never said the fans need to like it. I never said Turkey needed to accept it. Not once did I say that. All I said is if you win 12 out of 12 rounds, it's a domination. Regardless how boring it is, regardless how bad you hate it, it's still a domination.
Period. I agree with that.
Okay, that was my only point. Furthermore, what you need to look at is we got a fight coming up right now. Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. And what did Crawford tell you? Ain't nobody going to tell me how I'm going to fight because the plan is to run from Canelo, just like Devin did against Ramirez, if you want to call that running.
Hey, I'm not mad at that, Tony. But the thing is where Bud's going to fall into another problem. You can do that. Just don't ask for another payday, though. See, that'd be my thing, Tony. People be trying to tell us, the fans, the people that buy it, the networks, the people that put on the fights. And, Gervonta don't have a resume. Why is he this? He like that because he knocked people out. This is the same reason Mike Tyson was, Ali, everybody. So, and then for Bud to say that, Bud, that's your problem, my guy. You wanted to go over there so bad. So I get mad at those same fighters, Tony, complaining about something they begged for. Devin begged to be with Turkey. Crawford begged to be with Turkey. So deal with what the man say.
I mean,
ain't nobody begged to be with Turkey, and ain't nobody complaining about it either, bro. You making a lot of points in your argument that don't make no sense, that nobody's arguing.
Frequent,
Wait,
give your 2 cents.
Hold on, why I can't finish cooking?
Don't you tell the whole on
to give your 2 cents. Give your 2 cents, bro. Come on, man.
Okay, go ahead. What'd you say?
Give your 2 cents. What are your thoughts?
That's my thoughts right there. I was trying to say it. But and Devin Haney never complained about being over there with Turkey. They never had to beg Turkey to get over there like he's trying to dress it up to be. I don't know. It's just a lot of smoke and mirror. You throwing out what they call that, the straw man argument. When you give somebody
Kevin
an
literally
argument
said
that they
Turkey
didn't
was the only
actually
person
make.
that could make fights.
You just jumped up here and said a bunch of stuff that Tony didn't say. I just got up here, so I ain't get to say nothing yet. So it's basically a straw man argument. Yeah, it's basically a straw man argument.
Hey, really fast. I just want to say, frequent. I appreciate you agreeing with me what I said, how his points didn't relate to my points, but I just want to say this really fast. This is where we gonna differ. How you gonna tell 2 cents to hold on or okay go?
That's
This is
what
her panel, my
fans
dude.
do.
Respect the panel.
No, I really didn't hear. When I'm
Tony,
talking,
he just mad that he got cooked
no,
about
listen,
an
when
hour
I'm
or two
talking, come
ago.
on, bro. You cutting me off, bro. You doing the same
I
thing
know
you
you ain't
complain about
talking.
me
I'm doing
doing to
it to
you.
you because that's what you do. So don't do it
Okay,
to other
so
people if you
don't
don't
cry
like it,
when you
frequent.
start talking and you hear me say something. But what I was
Bro, you
about to
was doing
say,
it all
Tony,
day yesterday to jab
what
Queen on her channel. You just told 2
bro,
Cent
you're
to
not going
hold
to
up.
get me mad by doing that. I'm cool with it, bro.
Frequent,
I'm
say
used
what you
to
got
it.
to say.
You
Go
the
ahead,
one
bro.
that's going to cry when I do it, bro.
Go ahead, Frequent.
But what I was saying though, Tony, no, I didn't mean, I apologize, 2 cents. I apologize, Queen. I didn't, when I was talking, I didn't hear what you were
Just go
saying.
ahead,
You know what I'm
Frequent.
saying?
We
I
know.
ain't
Go
hear what
ahead.
you were saying. So when I'm talking, you got to realize I'm using a phone right here. So I couldn't really hear who was saying what enough. And
That's
all
the
I just
same
heard
lie
you
you
say
just
is
told
hold
on
on
Knockout
frequent.
Boxing. You ain't hear stuff.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I really didn't hear that, but I heard it at the end though.
I'm sorry,
That was
y'all.
diabolical,
Frequent
bro.
know what he's doing. And that's why, like, Frequent knows what he's doing. So that's why I don't let him
No.
get away with it.
No, but I really didn't hear Bill say that though, bro. That shocked me when I heard that he did say it though, bro. That was diabolical. But no, but it's not like we ain't catch him and saying a bunch of lies too though, because we heard on the boxing voice, we heard Bill Haney try to tell Brian Norman Sr. about an offer being on the table with him and his son, with his son and Devin, and he was telling Bill he was capping. But then later on, he's on the other podcast, he gonna say his team knew about the offer before Bill Haney's team knew about the offer.
Frequent,
Like
we
if
never
that
said
wasn't
Brian Norman Sr. wasn't a capper too. It's just Bill, when two people are cappers, I got somebody's going to be more of a capper than the other.
No,
and I think we all know who
see,
that
that's
is.
my point. That's my point, though, Dean.
Frequent. I think what happened was the team may have got the offer because, if I'm not mistaken, you're referring to the phone call that took place the other morning. They got the text as he was on the show. His team, his manager got the offer from Turkey prior to Bill and them getting on there. I guess Bill knew about it or whatever, but I don't think it trickled down just yet to Brian Norman. So in the beginning, you heard Bill say, I see you keep looking at your phone. I see you keep looking at your phone. He was getting the text as they were talking, which I played in my video where he said, oh, he just signed it. He just signed it. So he was obviously getting some sort of offer as they were on the phone.
Yeah, but Bill, Bill was telling him,
Let me get the super chat. Shout out Mr. Greg with the $5 in the super chat. He says Devin's running in his last fight was the equivalent of the same fight that Henry A. holding Lennox Lewis for their whole fight. He won, but he lost.
Thank you, Mr. Greg.
No, but what I was saying though, Bill was asking Brian Norman Sr. why didn't he call him after the Sasaki fight or whatever, and he said me and my son was busy. We ain't had a time to call you. He said because it was an offer on the table. He said it was a bag on the table, and he thought he was lying. So Bill knew about it way before his Sasaki fight. So how, and then for him to not even know about it and then turn his team get it and give it to him and him say, oh, we knew about the fight before you did. That's a bold-faced lie right there. And so what I was trying to tell Dean is you can't pick and choose. If you saying both of them is liars, then you can't say, oh, you can't pick and choose which one is
Bill in the
who's you gonna say is telling the truth now. Who you like the most. So he's gonna.
How does Bill know about the fight before the Sasaki fight? Like how did
because he was talking to Turkey about it, and that was a fight that Turkey was willing to make. So he was coming to him, telling him that he got the bag. They got the bag on the table for the fight.
That don't make
So
sense.
Somebody got a
I have
small
a question.
violin.
I
Y'all
got
got
a question, Frequent. For DHP to be this big company, why the hell don't they ever put on their own fights?
they ain't got the money.
Mm.
well, Turkey right now is throwing around a whole lot of
No,
money.
I didn't
That
ask you that. I said why for
I'm
DHP. He loves to
explaining to you
tell.
what
He
I'm
loves to
explaining to
say
you
how
why.
it's his own business. He's his own mentor. His son is his own. They own their own company. Why the hell don't they ever put on their own fights? Why do the
I'm
offers
trying to
never
explain
come
to
from
you.
them?
I was trying to answer that because, well, to keep it simple, why use your own money when you could use somebody else's money? If somebody else is investing or putting up the money, why would, and you don't got to put up no money and you still get paid, why would you put your money up?
All right,
Because you're
hold
on the
on, Frequent. Hold
undercard with
on,
other
Frequent.
people's money.
Let me get this comment.
You're on the
Turkey addressed the
undercard.
Normans about the fight first. B. Norm Sr. exposed him through Tay Jones. Bill told Tay Jones they didn't want the fight.
That's a fact.
Bill said he didn't tell him he didn't want to fight.
He said that
Frequent.
Shakur and Tank and Boots was ahead of Brian Norman Jr. That's what he
Yeah,
said, Frequent. I don't want to
that's
hear it.
he said
I
he was
don't
ahead of.
want
He said they was ahead of him on the
But
list.
how, how,
Frequent,
how was he ahead
how
of
they
them?
both have fights coming up.
Hold on. What do you think
And
Because
they
if
about
at
you look at the
135,
list,
Jab
T.O. was
Queen.
at the top.
Hold on, y'all. Let
There
me
was a
ask
list.
Frequent. What do you think about Devin trying to fight Shakur and bring him all the way up 2 weight classes?
Because you was critical
Well,
of Lamont
people
Roach.
keep asking me that, but Shakur said he will go up to 154 to fight Conor Ben.
No,
So
I
why
said,
not?
how
That's
do
not the
Why
you
not make a
question.
stop at
feel?
147?
Listen, I said, how do you feel? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, what are my thoughts on it?
Yeah,
It
about Shakur
being as though
2 weight
the same as when my thoughts are on that are the same as when Mikey Garcia said he sees something in Errol Spence. When the fighter that's below talk about they want to go up there and fight, they saying they'll go up and fight him, then
Then why was you critical of the Lamont Roach, Tank and Lamont Roach then?
Not only that, Shakur didn't ask for this fight. Devin is bringing him up.
Shakur knows nothing about it.
Frequent? You there?
Yeah.
Shakur also has a fight, and so does Gervonta Tank Davis. So my question is, it doesn't matter what order the list is in. Obviously, the nigga he needed to be fighting was number 10 anyway. So the list can be divided into any order. But since T.O. ducked him, Tank has a fight, so does Shakur. Why not Brian Norman Jr.? Why you now all of a sudden worrying about an order of a list?
Mind you, Jab Queen, it's the order of a list that's not going to happen. Why are you talking about
I
guys
know that.
at 135 when Devin fans was the main ones out here, Jab Queen, talking about Tank bringing Lamont Roach up? You don't get to have Tank and Shakur on your list without even letting them know.
Frequent running, y'all. Where you going, Frequent?
Yeah, he know he can't answer that question. He was the main one. Y'all got Tank out here bringing up Lamont Roach.
He got underneath my comments underneath the video saying the same shit. Oh, Shakur said he was going to 147. Shakur said it.
That doesn't matter. I'm asking him, how do you feel about it? Because you know you don't play that moving up people up stuff. Y'all don't play
That's
that.
what I want to know, 2 Cent. I need that answer.
Frequent gone.
Frequent fell out. He dropped the. I killed the final Hanos boss.
Got him. He ran as soon as he heard that question.
No, he got to go to his other neighbor house to steal Wi-Fi. That one figured him out.
They finna come back clicked up now. He finna come back with boxing hacker. They all finna come back.
He going to send a signal. He going to fly that drone.
Cam J say he got cooked off the panel.
Yo, 2 Cent, you want to know how diabolical that is? You talk about you moving up, and then you bring up Tank and Shakur and Boots, all people who not at your weight division, all people that's not even people we even thought about you fighting at this point. But when you had a chance to actually make those fights, you didn't do it. Now you go to 147 and Tank and Shakur at the top of your list? Since when? Because I remember you saying this same Devin saying that his goal is to get undisputed at 135, fight Lomachenko, then move up to 140. So your list done changed? See, people forget the stuff they say. This wasn't Devin's list a year ago. Since when Tank been on your list when you came up to 147 now?
I mean, but why you even got him on there? Once you left 35, you should leave Tank and Shakur alone, bro. Like you even mentioning them to me, I think it should be an issue. When he
It's a
said we
duck.
really wanted Shakur next, I'm like, where are the videos talking about you want to bring Shakur up 2 weight classes to fight him? Where's the outrage? Could you imagine if Tank was like, I want to fight Bam Rodriguez? Like, what are we talking about? Y'all be having a hissy fit.
That's
Yeah,
the
but you know
Hanos
what?
clan
It only
mentality.
applies to Tank because, as you can see, Big Dog Willie is still pushing his Jake Paul narrative, even though Jake Paul is over 200 fucking pounds and Gervonta Davis weighs in at 134, 135 max. But he's still somehow pushing this as if this is a real thing. So obviously, when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, they think he can slay lions, and when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, he has to fight kitty cats.
But speaking of Jab Queen, did you see the video I sent you? You had them shook over there because you got on that panel and cooked Bill.
I
They had to
appreciate
bring
that,
you
but
up in
I
their
don't do
live stream.
negativity. I don't do negativity, and I don't care what those men are saying about me. Unfortunately for them, they're gonna find out real soon that I'm just the type that don't really give a bleep. So their best bet is to leave me alone. I'm minding my business. I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm not bothering nobody. I didn't ask Bill any question that nobody else asked him. The only difference is I was not silly enough to let him move the conversation. I stayed on topic. He couldn't handle it. They can't handle it. Oh well.
Facts. Deem, who you got in this former Schofield fight? And Deem, ain't it amazing how Schofield was such a great fight for Shakur Stevenson, but everybody think Tevin Farmer about to beat him?
It is so amazing, 2 Cent, just how much they switch. They did the same thing with Frank Martin too. Don't leave that out. They did the same exact thing with Frank Martin. But
Yep.
I heard Tevin Farmer missed weight.
Yeah.
So if the
He
fight
good now. He good now. He good now.
he good.
Yeah, they
Okay.
gave him a half an hour and he came back. He had it off. You ain't see the press conference with Mama Schofield on the stage swinging that hair like she don't care.
Oh, we were supposed to look that up. Let me look that up.
Man,
Pull that up.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I want to know Floyd Schofield is to prove he's the biggest duck because Dan Raphael came out here and said him and Tevin Farmer only getting $125 for this fight. So you turned down Shakur and that. And remember they were saying they need more than $1 million for Abdullah
And
Mason.
Kid Austin. Yep, I'm about to say. And don't forget about. I'm about to say Abdullah Mason. They wanted 2.5 for Abdullah.
It's crazy. You just blatantly got exposed. That's why these dads got to stop talking. You don't know when this stuff gonna become public. Now you took $150,000 to possibly lose this fight when you could afford Abdullah Mason for $1 million.
Ain't no way he getting 150.
That's what they saying, 2 Cent. I ain't believe it at first neither. So I was on Twitter and it's everywhere.
Well, wait a minute, Zine, because they just read up. Remember, they got $5 million for 5 years, so it got to be more than that unless they plan on putting him back in the ring again later this year.
Listen, it said, look, Jad Queen, look at the verbiage. $5 million for 5 years. They didn't say how many fights, Jab Queen. You know how Oscar do.
It's a fact.
It didn't say how many fights. It said $5 million for 5. Oh shit. I gotta get it.
That was
my bad, y'all. My bad. I'm sorry. It said $5 million for 5 years. Not how many fights. Not $5 million for 5 fights. That's not what he got.
Right. That's one.
He could fight 3 times this year and make $1 million.
Yeah. That was one of the things we talked about. You got to look at the verbiage of the contracts. And if you don't have anybody who can read and understand what it is that you're agreeing to, what Dean just said, you got 5 years of $5 million, but how many fights are you going to be fighting?
15.
Oh, you said he could just take. He just got to take whatever.
If he's signing something like that, yeah.
Yep, that's like the NBA deal.
Can I find the I didn't see it on Fight Hype. Where's the Schofield press conference at?
Hey, I'll be back later. I'm about to go hit the gym. Thanks for letting me on.
All right, Big Dog Willie, what up?
All right, Tony.
All right, Tony.
Show.
What's happening?
What up?
Here we go. So, guess who's in LA right now?
Would you stop it?
No, guess who's in LA right now?
Shakur Stevenson?
No, Tank Davis. And guess who's fighting Anaheim, California? Jake Paul.
Big Dog
Oh
Willie, I
my
really hope
God.
your dreams come true. I really hope.
No, 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 no. Let me finish. Let me finish what I got to say. Don't get
Okay,
upset
go
about
ahead.
that. Don't get upset about that. Yeah, yeah. See what I'm talking
July
about?
12th.
It's about July 12th, but about November 22nd. Tank Paul versus Tank, MGM Stadium, and it might start at 7 o'clock or 9, but it's up to Tank. So you know
Big
how it
Dog
is.
Willie just proved he more of a fan of Javante
I
than
was just
Shakur
about to say
Stevenson.
that,
What are
D.
we
I
talking
was
about?
just about to say
Oh
that.
no. I am a fan of Tank, and I am a fan of Jake Paul too.
Okay.
He loved this fight.
And so
So are you
just
going?
let you
So
know
you going
when
to
you
the
see,
Jake
hold
Paul
on,
and Tank fight, but not the Shakur fight?
when you see Tank jump in the ring with Jake Paul, I don't want to hear shit. On Sunday morning, on Monday night, I'm talking so much goddamn shit.
You know what? And you
What?
better be around to get shit talked to
You
you if he
should,
don't.
because you're gonna be so happy that they making that fight. You finally gonna get to see it. But for people saying that that's gonna be a sanctioned fight, y'all got to stop that.
It's not
When he
Because you
sanctioned.
did,
stalking
It's an
him, Cam.
exhibition. It's an
You
exhibition.
stalking
Ain't
him,
no
Cam.
sanction.
That's why.
It's an
He wears
exhibition.
a Tank shirt to bed. That's why.
No, that's what you guys do. I don't
how
wear
you know
tanks.
Tank is in L.A. Big Dog? Will you like tracking his plane
Man,
or
I'm
something?
trying to tell you. I'm
Yep.
trying to tell you,
Big
he's in
Dog Willie, you
L.A.
the only one with a thumbnail of Javante Davis talking about
I
him.
mean, really.
Band up.
Hey,
You
I don't
can't
know. It's
make
Jake
this up,
Paul.
band up.
It's Jake Paul too. Jake
Oh
Paul's on
man.
there
So you
too.
gonna go to Tank fight, but you can't go to New York. Lamb on.
Hey,
Yeah,
Tank
I
fights
mean, I
in
can't find
Tank's
the
gonna
Auntie
fight.
Snow
Tank's
thing.
fighting them in Las Vegas. That's a lot closer to me. I'm on the West Coast.
Oh, you on the
So
West Coast?
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Both
let's do
Seattle.
that.
So
So
people
don't
from
get
the West
mad.
Coast don't go to
Yeah.
the East Coast because people from the East Coast go to Las Vegas all the time.
I'm good. That's where the fight's gonna be. Jake Paul and Tank's gonna be in Las Vegas.
Hey,
Okay.
Trying to tell you
just
at the
curiosity.
MGM.
What's that ticket like for y'all?
Oh, how much it costs?
You take no just to get to Vegas from the East, because from Seattle
Oh, I'm from
to Vegas,
Seattle.
you
I'm
can get it.
so
You can get it cheap for as $90 round trip.
It depends, man. The time of the year you get it, what
yeah.
airline you get it with.
Well, if
That
it's a
really
big
all
fight,
depends.
so when it's a big fight, when I went to Canelo fight, it was a big fight, and I had to pay extra. So it depends what it is. Everything's more expensive in Vegas when there's a huge event going on.
Hey, Big Dog Willie,
Hey,
you talking all of this Tank stuff is the reason why Shakur fight ain't
That's a
selling, my
part of
guy.
it. I gotta find the full one.
but I got a question, Dean. I'm glad you on the panel. I'm glad I could ask you this, because we was kind of talking about it, but we take things for as what these fighters say. We hold them against their word, right? We holding these fighters against what they say, and I just want to know, when did Terrence Crawford become better than Floyd Mayweather? That's crazy.
That's another question I was gonna bring up, Band-Aid, because they was like, "Oh,
Band-Aid.
if Crawford beats Canelo, is he better than Floyd Mayweather?" And I'm like, "Why is he better than Floyd Mayweather? Because he beat
No.
Canelo.
Canelo said
Canelo
Crawford's better
easily.
than
I
Floyd
mean,
Mayweather.
Floyd easily beat Canelo. Like, it's not like
Canelo was out
Canelo
here
beat
saying
Floyd.
Crawford
So
is
why,
better.
if Crawford beat Canelo, he's
Because
better than Floyd?
can
That don't
I
make
answer
no
this?
sense, y'all.
Can I
That don't
answer
make
two
no
cents?
sense,
2 cents. Can I
y'all.
ask you this? Because there's a lot of young people who don't know shit about boxing, and I heard the other day that Triple G is better than Marvin Hagler. This is what we hear. So,
Triple G better than who?
they're young. They see what they see,
Just
and they
like
don't
Usyk
look
better than
back.
Ali, and your
And
boy Boxing Hacker
oh
said
yeah,
that.
and then we got people like Boston Hacker saying that Usyk's better than Ali. Stuff like that.
Hey, Band Up, I'll answer the question for you. He said Canelo said that for the same reason that Terrence said that about Earl Spence. They both still salty.
And Canelo is
Did you see
very
today?
salty.
Hey, did you see today, Dean?
What?
He did what y'all guys been asking. He named Earl Spence. He put his name out there.
So that means he was lying last time. That's all.
He said to the fans.
I said he must have heard my rant. He must have heard my rant last
They
night.
said, Bud, what was the biggest or the best victory to you? He said what he's always been saying, which was his first
Well,
championship.
Band Up, I'm glad you up here because I heard Bud Crawford. I'm glad Band Up here. 2 Cent, watch this. Oh, I'm glad you up here, Band Up. Your man Terrence Crawford, old Jab Queen, you gonna love this. Watch this. Ooh, this is crazy. Watch this. Everybody in the comments, listen. Glad Band Up's up here. Since we talking about that Band Up, Your man Terrence Crawford in that same interview with the Blue Jacket, he said that Canelo beat all guys that was at the end of their ropes and was old and on their way out the door. So he don't give it that much credit. I mean, they was good fighters, but they was all on their way out the door and at the end of their ropes. Band Up, can you tell me what Earl Spence and Sean Porter was when he fought them?
Oh, Errol Spence was in talks to was fight was there was content creators talking about him fighting.
No. Can you tell me?
I'm gonna tell you. No, let me answer the question. I'm gonna break both of them down. Errol Spence said he was gonna move up to 54 as well. So he wasn't at the end of his rope. This ass whooping that put him off 2 years.
Band Up, we talking about right now. He said this now. He didn't say that past tense.
We're not using that.
Band Up, stop.
Band
Up.
1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Band Up, you deflecting. When Terrence Crawford said this, Errol Spence has already been out the ring for 2 years when he said this, Band Up. Let's stay current. He said this currently. So don't go back to the past and all that. He mentioned, Band Up, hold on, brother. He said this is current when he said that about Canelo. So now we got information. We know what happened with Sean Porter afterwards. We know what happened with Earl Spence afterwards. The same way Terrence Crawford is basing what he is saying, Band Up, off of after what happened to the fighters after Canelo fought them. Can you please tell me, does that not apply to Earl Spence and Sean Porter? It's just a question, brother.
No, if he's saying that at the time that they fought him, that they were out the door, whatever the fuck he said, the foot out the door, whatever. At the time, Bud fought Errol. He was not on his way out the door or nothing like that. Errol was in talks to keep going. Now it's hindsight that we see.
But we know he's out the door. It's not hindsight, Band Up, when Terrence Crawford mentioned it right now. He didn't say this 2 years ago. He said this now.
But he's comparing the time when Canelo fought the dudes he fought, whoever the fuck. Brother,
and he's going off of what happened to those guys after Canelo fought them. He said that. He said, Band Up.
Hey, somebody sound like they got a Disney movie or something playing. Y'all got to mute that because they will demonetize me.
Band Up. He said after those guys fought you, they went on to do nothing. Terrence said that.
Oh, that's what you're referring to. He said that. Okay.
Terrence was projecting. But hold on, y'all. Shout out to Rich and David Lynch on the panel. Rich, you been up here. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show, Rich?
Man, just listening, man. That's all.
David Lynch, what's your 2 cents?
You dropped off before, Rich. What happened?
You said what?
You dropped off before. What happened?
My phone dropped.
Oh.
Where was that?
What's going on,
David Lynch,
panel?
what's your 2 cents? What's going on?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? What's going on, Dean?
What's going on, bro?
Hey, Dave.
What's up, Greg?
Hey, Dave.
What's up, 2 Cent?
What's going on, David?
Band Up, you're gonna get back to answering my question when David
Yeah, we can go straight to it because I got one right back for you too, partner.
Hey, I just want to say,
run out over here.
Well, all right, here go 1 cent. 1 cent is I saw the funniest thing I ever seen before in a boxing ring. And that was Charleston White versus the Island Boys.
I saw that.
I didn't see that. Everybody keeps talking
hilarious.
What?
That's hilarious.
Oh man, yo.
Man, they was so tired. They was so tired.
You talking about the Charleston?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Muhammad Charleston Ali.
It was the first round. The first round wasn't even finished, and they were exhausted.
Oh man, the way they were throwing them punches. All right, here go my second one. Hey, Big Dog Willie, where you see Tank at? I just gotta say, because far as I know, he's down in Florida training, and he's not allowed to leave Florida because he's still on probation. And they tried to clip him last time around the time of the first fight because he left Florida and came to Baltimore. Well, he left DC and came to Baltimore because when he's in training camp, he got to stay at that one place. He can't go anywhere else. You know, that's all I wanted to go ahead and say because I don't know. I ain't trying to call cap. I'm just trying to figure that out.
Before Dean and Band Up get back to it again, I want to just interject about Canelo and how he's been speaking about Floyd. Canelo's been extremely salty about that whooping that he took from Floyd. He's had endless interviews about how his pride was hurt, how he felt dejected, and lately he had been saying that he doesn't feel that actually was even a loss. Where he get that from? I started thinking that Floyd must have embarrassed you so bad that you went into another dimension. But Canelo has been consistently saying things like that about his loss to Floyd and wants to erase it badly because he got humiliated. He's never gotten over it. So what he's saying now, other than the loss, the official loss, I should say, to Bivol, he's trying to pretend he never lost to Floyd. So I guess in the press conference when he wasn't acknowledging that the best person who beat him was Floyd, he's trying to give more credence for whatever reason. I think that's his own ego, hurt ego, to Crawford as being a better fighter than Floyd because he doesn't want to admit Floyd beat him. But I've never heard Crawford say that he was better than Floyd. I hope that wasn't what was put out there because I never heard Crawford say anything like that. Matter of fact, I've been seeing videos where Floyd is actually working with Crawford, getting him prepared for the fight. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear. Now, you and Dean Kush can resume, I'm assuming. Let me go back to mute so I don't be coughing all over y'all.
What it is, Dean.
I was just saying, brother, we holding fighters to what they say.
Interject himself in something.
So I got a question for you now, Dean. So Bud made a comment to Canelo that in that interview and said the fighters that I fight are not the same after I fight them. Canelo said, me too. Canelo lied. Bivol, after he fought Bivol, whether it was a win or a loss, we know what the outcome was, though. He went on to what? Keep doing bigger and better things. Right?
NHA backstage.
Right? Okay. After he fought Floyd went on to do bigger and better things. So that's two fighters right there. We know that after you fought them, they weren't the same. Bud has been telling them the fighters after I fight them are not the same, and that's been the truth.
Well, the problem with that,
he fights them when they're not the same. It's not that they're not the same after he fight them. He don't fight them until they're not the same. It's a difference.
So we're gonna see. So
Band Up, hold on, Brand Up. You forget one quick thing in the two fighters you mentioned. Both of them are better than anybody on Terrence Crawford's resume. You cannot compare the two. One is considered the greatest fighter of all time, and nobody on Terrence Crawford's resume is as good as Dimitri Bivol is. So to try to compare those two guys to that situation, now name the people that Canelo beat. That was kind of the same after he was done beating them.
Hey, wait, hey, Dean, let me step in. So Bivol got a better record than Earl Spence?
Because they forget
a better record.
Yeah, he got a better.
Your record don't make you. Your record is not. Muhammad Ali don't got a better record.
Was Earl ranked higher
than
So record don't mean that. Don't mean nothing.
So Earl
Pacquiao was considered greater than a lot of. Pacquiao considered greater than Rocky Marciano.
All right, okay, I understand that. I'm just asking you a question. So you saying Bivol got a better record than Earl Spence? Before he fought Canelo, he had a better record than Earl Spence.
I didn't say anything about record.
You just said that two people.
I didn't say anything about record. You brought record up. I said he was better. I said he was better.
So you said two people.
Abdullah Mason is better than people that got better records than him.
Oh, okay.
Is he not, Rich? Is he not?
I think Bivol.
Is Abdullah Mason not better than Kid Schofield?
I'm not gonna say Bivol better than
Can I? All right, Rich, because you wanted to bring record up. Is Abdullah Mason not better than Floyd Schofield?
No, I gotta see them fight.
All right.
See them fight.
No, but you're talking about fighting them when they're not the same. That boy was just stomping in the ring, wiping his chest, talking about this is his ring. He just put a mud hole in fucking Ugas, and now he's not the same when he got to fight.
Bro, look at it with Madrimov. He fought Madrimov, and then Madrimov got his ass whooped worse with Virgil Ortiz. Bud didn't do nothing.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like, how you guys want to hindsight?
Bro, I'm going off of what y'all said, what Canelo said, what Bud tried to say about Canelo, and you trying to get in defense of it.
But don't want to give him like he wasn't on the top.
He wasn't trying to give Canelo credit for the people Canelo beat.
What are you guys talking
about?
Hold on. We got NHA on the panel with us. Okay, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
What's the word? 2 cents. What's up, panel?
What's up, NHA?
So I'm cool, man. So we was it consensus that Spence is better than B-ball now? Is that what we doing here?
No, that's not fully. No, we're saying, he said at the time they fought him. He said he was fucked up. What the fuck you trying to say? Nah, bro.
He wasn't listening. When somebody say whatever you're trying to say, they wasn't listening.
Hold on, y'all.
I'm just saying. That sounds good and all.
Everybody to punch that like button if you haven't already. I need 100 likes by the time I get out.
Hey, look, I want to say something. I think Earl Spence better than
like
B-ball.
If you haven't already, if you new here, be sure to punch that subscribe button. Be sure to help support the channel by dropping your 2 cents below with a super chat or hitting the Cash App at 2 cents boxing. Click that link if you want to hop on the panel and give your 2 cents. Rich, what you got for the show? What you got?
I think Earl Spence is better than B-ball.
My thing is, where the fuck was
that
ranked when Errol fought Bud?
It's on Rich.
I don't care. I don't care about that one loss to Terrence Crawford or none of that stuff. I think Earl Spence's career better than his, and I think he better than him. That's
how's his career better?
I think.
What you mean?
He beat Canelo, Alvarez, and Beterbiev. All is better than anybody. Is better than Earl Spence.
I don't think he. I still.
He beat Canelo, Alvarez, and Arthur Beterbiev.
He beat 2 people. So we gonna discredit all the Spence's wins now.
Hey, I agree with the Canelo that makes him good. That makes
and he for Canelo in his prime.
But I won't give it to Beterbiev. Nah. You guys see who these people fought. You guys see who these people fought before they even fought somebody.
They fought, but they fought each other. I don't need to see anything else. They fought each other.
Who else do B-ball got on his record besides them 2?
No.
Nobody.
Who else do Beterbiev got on his record? That they could name some of the people that Earl Spence fought. That's better than people.
A bunch of nondescript cruiserweights.
Come on, man, y'all just talking 1 minute.
Hold on. See, 2 cents. This where I got him at. No, Rich, hold on, Rich. This where I got you at, though, Rich, because you just contradicted yourself. You just contradicted yourself. Because when me and 2 Cent and Jab Queen all ask y'all who other people fought, y'all tell us it don't matter. So it don't fucking matter then. Y'all be the main people when we talk about that. Y'all be the main people. So y'all talk about Earl had a better record than Bud. He had a better resume than Bud, and Bud still beat his ass. That be y'all. So that's why I think Bivol better. My eye test.
What was Bivol's trap season?
All I'm saying is who had Beterbiev.
No, don't bring up the who stuff because then when I tell you about Shakur and Tank, when we start talking about Shakur and Tank, you don't make that argument, Rich. Don't be fake today.
What do you mean by make that argument? I don't understand.
Don't be fake because you think Shakur could beat Tank, and then when I bring up to you, who's Shakur for? For you to think that he could beat Gervonta Davis, you say you don't care about that. You just think he could win. You think he better, but then try to criticize me for thinking Bivol better.
I think he better. That's staying the same weight class.
And I think Bivol better. You just contradicted yourself. You just contradicted yourself, bro.
2 different weight classes. You talking about somebody that's damn near 170 something, and then another guy at 147. So now
what that got to do with that weight class? What that got to do with me thinking he's a better fighter?
I said he ain't a better fighter. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is Earl Spence is a better fighter.
Hey, 2 Cent, can I ask you a question, 2 Cent? Can I ask you a question, 2 Cent?
What's up? What's going on?
When we talk about Shakur Stevenson, this man Rich, when we bring up who Shakur fought for you to think he could beat Gervonta Davis, what's the first thing Rich be saying?
He just think he can beat him.
He just think he's a better boxer. But now he's trying to say, I have the audacity to think Bivol is better and is based off of who he fought. But when I tell y'all he fought Canelo Alvarez, which would be Bud Crawford's best win, and then fought Canelo in his prime, I'm tripping. Arthur Beterbiev, who was literally the Terminator out here. But I'm tripping.
And I'm saying, all I'm saying
Bivol better than fucking Danny Garcia and them niggas.
All I'm saying is Earl Spence a better fighter.
That's your opinion.
I mean, but this is the thing, though. They really at the weight classes you can't really compare because the
that's what I'm
competition
trying
level
to
is
say.
different at the weight.
Like it's really you can't compare.
Crazy.
That's all I'm
Motherfuckers
saying.
just dismissing Spencer's
Three different weight
resume
classes.
like
Now
that.
Earl Spence, B-ball better than Earl Spence. Beterbiev better than Earl Spence too. That don't even make sense.
Motherfuckers disrespecting Mr. Strap season like that.
Hold on. What is Earl
Wild.
Spence's best win? Earl Spence don't got better wins than Bivol.
Strap season and all that.
He's an eye collector. Y'all, he ain't the eye collector no more.
He's all of that. He was all of that. All of that is true, but he don't got better wins than Bivol.
Y'all know what Dean's saying. Y'all stop trying to be.
I don't what he's saying. Hey, listen, I understand what he's saying, but Beterbiev, who has he been fighting for them 20-something?
Who has Shakur been fighting for you to think he better than Tank?
No, I'm not. We not. That's what I'm saying. You switching
moving
it
up to Shakur.
No, because that's his argument, and they say any other time. Now he's trying to argue the opposite.
He don't gotta fight nobody.
Who has he been fighting for you to say like he's like his resume like that and that
he beat Canelo Alvarez, who is first of all, hold on. I'm about to show you how fake y'all is. If Terrence Crawford beat Canelo, is that a better win than Earl Spence?
Yeah, I would think.
Okay, and Bivol beat Canelo. Thank you. And Bivol beat Canelo. Thank you. End the discussion.
That's hearsay. I don't know.
End the discussion.
No, because you gotta think about it. Break it down. Earl Spence was in what? Top 3?
Y'all cooked out here, dog.
Hey, look.
You think Canelo better than Earl Spence?
Hey, hold on. He's talking about Canelo that moved up. He's talking about the Canelo that moved up in weight and fought Bivol.
Canelo just had a knockout victory at 175 before he fought Bivol.
But you still talking about somebody that's naturally small.
Oh my God, here goes the excuses, man.
Hey, yo,
that move up in weight, that move back in weight.
Yo,
but then be the same people when Tank moved down. Go ahead, Band Up.
Hey, look, I ain't.
Earl Spence top 3 pound for pound when Bud fought him.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, then. So I think
Canelo was number 1.
Undisputed. That's still going to be.
Oh, he wasn't. Bud was number 1.
Canelo wasn't a top 3 pound for pound fighter when Bivol fought him. Y'all about to sit up here and lie?
No. I'm answering your question when you talk about is this win first?
Hold on, 2 Cent. Am I tripping? 2 Cent.
Canelo rank right now.
Hold on, 2 Cent. I'm talking to 2 Cent. Hold on, 2 Cent. 2 Cent. When Canelo went up and beat Kovalev, he wasn't a top 3, top 4 pound for pound fighter at the time. Am I tripping?
Nah, he was.
So what are y'all talking about?
Hey,
Kovalev wasn't.
Hey, Dean.
Kovalev wasn't on top.
Oh my, Jab Queen. We talking about Canelo.
Hey, Dean.
And y'all think Canelo about to beat Terrence? Y'all think Canelo is better than better than Earl. That's why you said Canelo will be a better win.
Hey, listen. Hey, Dean, 2
But Bivol don't get credit for fighting him and beating him.
Hold on. Let Dean finish up, Rich, please.
Please.
I'm messing up 2 Cent's playback. Let him finish and then y'all could go. Why is that so hard?
Thank you. One at a time. Go ahead, Dean.
How is y'all sitting up here talking about Earl Spence and Canelo? Bud Fort about to fight Earl Spence and Canelo. You think Canelo is a better win for Bud Crawford than Earl Spence is? But they want to argue with me about a man who beat Canelo already in his prime, younger Canelo, and beat Beterbiev, and is undisputed at 175, and is probably going to have to go on and go fight David Benavidez as well. So miss me with that, bro. And then you don't get to make. Can I finish? And then you don't get to make the argument when you the same people when we bring up resumes, y'all say y'all don't want to hear about resumes. You just think that he's better. And then y'all use Terrence Crawford as a prime example. Contradicting yourself, bro. Stop it.
Hey, 2 Cents, Jab Queen, everybody that's an Earl Spence fan. I tried to defend y'all, man. Now we got B-ball being better than Earl Spence. I ain't never heard this shit like that. But go ahead.
What is Earl Spence best win?
That shit is sad.
I ain't on that no more.
I think he said his resume.
You got us over here defending
I didn't even say his resume. I said I think he's better.
Oh, you think
Yeah.
he better or his
I just
resume
think
better?
he better. But then if you
I
want to
don't think
break it
so.
down,
But
two
that's
cents.
y'all.
Nah,
That's
you
y'all
said
fighter,
he got a better resume
NHA,
too.
wait your turn, bruh.
I said that
That's
he
y'all
got
fight.
better
That's y'all
wins than
fighter.
Earl Spence Jr. Since y'all brought up resumes. But that's not why. Only reason why I just think he's better. But since you want to bring up resumes, then I ask you, what is Earl Spence best win compared to Dimitri Bivol best wins?
I
And
ain't
it's
no
not
Earl
even
Spence
close,
fan, man.
bro.
I
It's
just
not
think Earl
Sound
close.
Spence
like you
better. But
question his
that's
resume.
y'all. I ain't no Earl Spence fan. That's y'all fighter.
No, I'm just
I mean,
saying.
everybody
I'm
can
an
have
Earl
their own
Spence fan. I
opinion.
ain't
Why
got nut
would you be a
hugging. Y'all so
fan?
used to people nut hugging people.
Yeah, it's like you can't have a different opinion because it's your favorite fighter. Like you can't think somebody got a better resume than
Nah,
them or
that's
something.
that. I'm saying that's y'all fighter, man. I feel like Earl Spence. Just because
Earl Spence is not going to go down as a better fighter than Dimitri Bivol. End of discussion.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Hell no.
Yeah, that's you.
Especially y'all, if he get that David Benavidez win on his resume. Especially then.
Hey, listen, you an Earl Spence fan, so you saying that all I gotta
I'm
do is
asking y'all, so
accept your
that's why I
word.
don't even see why you arguing
Nah,
with me then.
you
If
was
you know I'm an Earl Spence fan,
yeah.
why is we even arguing this? Because when I ask you, what is Earl Spence best win compared to Dimitri Bivol best win, that's where the contradiction comes in at. You can't tell me I'm tripping.
Tim, go to your.
Like Arthur, now Jab Queen, Arthur Beterbiev ain't shit now. He was the most terrified man in boxing just 7 months ago, but now he ain't shit now.
That's the
I got
fight
a
everybody
question
wanted
though.
to see.
Who's the better win for Bivol? Canelo or Beterbiev?
I think Beterbiev because I don't think Canelo could beat Beterbiev.
And
Who the
Canelo wasn't
fuck
even at the weight
Beterbiev
class.
fought?
And Canelo wasn't even at the weight class.
But who Beterbiev fought to make him?
He the
So, I mean,
boogeyman. He was the boogeyman.
cool. Victor Postal was a boogeyman too, but you know what I'm saying.
To
But don't get
I don't know
credit
who?
the
for
hell
beating
he.
him. Yes, he
Didn't
was.
Canelo say he seen Victor Postol get knocked
I'm
out in his
not,
gym
Victor Post
when he
already lost twice
bro.
before Bud
and
fought him.
Crawford?
Yes, he
You
did.
sound
And then
crazy.
Burns lost what 9
Or
times after
Burns.
fighting Bud. Like I just don't understand it. But nevertheless, it really
So
doesn't
he
matter. I
beat.
give
So y'all don't give Buck credit for Burns either.
No, we give him credit. Yeah, we get credit.
No, you
He
don't.
he don't get the
Every
credit
time you
that
bring
he
up
looking for. He don't get to call him elite. He get credit, yes.
at the time when Buck at the time that era he fought him, and said he was one of the top fighters. So
Man, y'all stop this. How
he
y'all
had
can do this
losses
for
already on
Bud, but
his
y'all want to
record.
complain about who Tank fight all day? Y'all
Yeah,
Hey,
like
you
really
have
silly
never
with
heard me
this,
say
man.
anything about Tank.
Y'all really
because
silly with this, especially
you
I've
in
never
never
heard
ENT.
me
Tank don't
say
even fight
anything
his
about
weight. Tank don't even fight his own weight class. I love Tank, but I mean
Here we
you
go with
gotta be
that.
fair with
he
it.
don't
Hey,
fight
Okay,
his
so
own
ENT
weight.
that
It's just
screaming.
argument
for
goes
Frank
out the
Martin.
window with
Yo,
Bud. The
four of his
argument goes
last
out the window
fights
with
have been
Bud. I don't want
130
to hear none
pounders.
of this.
First
let
of all,
me
he fought
stop.
Frank Martin and Ryan Garcia back to back. Why is you lying?
Who the fuck is Frank Martin?
You said 35
This
pounds. You said
nigga
he was
right here.
fighting 130 pounders.
I
See,
said
y'all get caught up lying. You
two of
get
his
caught up
last
lying,
four.
brother.
Bro, relax. Two of his last four fights were 130 pounders. Tell me I'm
Who?
lying.
Who?
Bro,
Tank,
Nah,
bro.
Hector
nah.
Garcia, and motherfucking Frank in Roach.
Lamont Roach is not a 130 pounder, bro.
Oh my
Why y'all
God,
saying that?
he wasn't 130 pounders. That
He was
motherfucker had one fight at
135
So you'll be
130,
mad at
pounder.
Shakur
didn't
wanted to fight him?
and still holding his belt at 130 because he planned on going back and staying at 130. He didn't say I'm moving up to 135.
He
That I'm done with
he
130.
went
He
You
from
brought
do
him
know this
up.
is his first
135
fight at
to
135, right,
130 and
NHA?
became a champion and then went back to
Cool. He was
135.
campaigning
So
at 130. That
He
motherfucker
was
was a
I
champ at
campaigning
said
at
130.
hold on, hold
135
on,
NHA.
hold on,
first.
hold on. Wait. Let me
No, it
say this. Let me
wasn't.
timestamp this and let me do it in
Okay.
front of
He
everybody
wasn't.
right now
Where my
because
phone at?
when Devin Haney start trying to pull up people to fight him, I need that same energy from NHA. I need the
Man,
same energy.
fuck Devin
Devin
Haney. You
Haney
got me
talking
fucked
about
up.
now. Devin Haney talking about fighting Shakur. I need the same energy from everybody that's talking about Tank fighting a champion from 130. Shakur want to pull somebody up. I need the same energy. I don't care if they calling him out. I need the same energy. Shakur want to fight a prospect. I need the same energy. The
And then
same
You will
energy.
you get the
and
same
then
energy from me. I don't know about these other motherfuckers,
Hey,
but you know,
look and
I
Tank
ain't.
and Tank. Yo, seriously, the only reason why he ended up having to
Oh my
fight
God, here we
two
go.
130 pounds is for the simple
There we
fact that
go.
both of them was replacement fights. Oh, when I speak
Yeah.
facts, you're like, here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Who
Don't discount
who
that.
was Hector?
Don't,
Who was Hector
yo,
the replacement for?
look, bottom
Hold on.
line.
Shout out to
All
No
right, number
Cap on
one.
the
Go ahead, sis.
No cap talk, man.
let No Cap get his 2 cents off.
I just want to say Ricky Burns is the greatest UK fighter that ever lived.
All right,
Wow.
Drop
number
the no
one.
off that cap, baby. Drop the no off that cap. Go ahead, David.
The first Garcia was a replacement for Ryan Garcia, was a replacement for Rolly Romero, who
No,
was
he
facing
wasn't.
charges. Yes,
Yes,
he
he was.
was.
He had
Nah,
those. He had
Yes,
no,
he
those
he
great
was.
wasn't.
charges.
Yes, he
Pitbull
was. Yes,
Cruz.
He
he
had
was.
those great
Shut up.
charges. What are you
Shut up.
talking about?
Don't
Yeah,
cut
them
him
pit.
off. Go ahead, David.
Oh, y'all sound
Yeah.
crazy. Those Pitbull Cruz. You shut up.
Hold on, bro. What you talking to?
You don't know who he talking to.
What you got going on,
Word is
NHA?
born, nigga.
Relax. Relax.
The
Go ahead,
motherfucker
David.
told me to shut up.
Bitch, I'm from B-More. Cut
Come
that
on,
noise
show y'all.
out.
Yeah, I could tell.
Bitch, please. Nigga. Yo, like,
Bro,
all right,
go put your dentures in, man, because I can barely
around.
understand you.
No, don't
Let
be
me go ahead and
disrespectful,
back up.
NHA.
Seriously,
Nah,
though, because you
he's
showing
talking
just how
Come
wild.
on,
much of a
NHA.
clown you is.
Relax. Go ahead, David.
All right. Number two, the second one, when he fought against see this nigga done got me out my daggone chain of thought. But the last fight was a replacement. The last fight was a replacement for number one, Lomachenko duck. We going through that again. Lomachenko duck. Shakur decided he didn't want to fight Tank right now because he wasn't ready. And then capped about even getting the offer from Tank. You know what I mean? And then Rayo didn't want to fight him because he was scared. He knew he was going to get knocked out. So who he had to go get? He said, all right, let's go ahead and see what's up with Roach. So he went on, pulled the dude up. The dude came up willingly. He probably already walk around above 145 pounds anyway. So he went on, he made the weight limit. And Tank was underweight for that fight. So those are the two people that was at 130 that got pulled up to face of boxing.
Hey, can I
Anything you
say this,
gotta
y'all?
say?
Because they started off by not telling the truth. Lamont Roach's first fight was at welterweight. His second fight was at lightweight. His third fight
Oh,
was
there
at
we go.
lightweight. His fourth fight was at super lightweight. His fifth fight was at lightweight. His sixth fight was at lightweight. His seventh fight was at lightweight. His eighth fight was at lightweight. His ninth fight was at lightweight. His 10th fight was at lightweight. His 11th fight was at lightweight. He didn't go up to super featherweight until his 12th, 13th fight. Stop lying, talking about he pulling niggas up who started off at 135 and admit they bigger than Gervonta Davis. Thank you. He did start off as a lightweight. Thank you. He was campaigning there.
That was a hell of an excuse, but good job, D.
No, it was the truth.
No,
No, it was a hell of the truth.
Facts.
How did you an excuse?
Let's address Hector Garcia. I want to hear your theory on.
Oh no, you were starting with Lamont Roach. Now you want to go to something else. Thank you, Bobby Bag.
I just told you that. I told you that was a good. That was a hell of an excuse. The man was campaigning at 130.
Okay.
He was a
So
champ at 130.
you didn't know that Lamont Roach started off at his first fight was at welterweight.
One at a time, y'all.
Why the fuck are you saying welterweight then?
Hold on, NHA. What part of that was an excuse, NHA?
Because you bringing up Sean Porter started as his first fight.
What?
Errol Spence first fight was that.
I promise I don't answer no questions.
I'm just saying, a lot of fighters start at a lower weight. David Benavidez.
I'm gonna let you get to that. But before we get to that,
Hector Garcia.
What part of that was an excuse? What part of that list he just read down? Which part was the excuse?
Bringing up a fighter starting, their first few fights at a higher
Bro, he was 13 fights
or low
in.
weight class. David Benavidez was 15 fights in and light heavyweight. What the fuck is your point?
WBO
That
title
motherfucker
to
was a
challenge
campaign.
Tank's WBA title at 35. Same thing Lamont Roach did. Same thing Tank did with Gamboa. Ain't nobody bring him up.
All right.
Same thing Devin did with Regis.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what
We
you do
gonna
when you got the
transition
deal. You go challenge the
transition to
champ
Dev.
like Boots about to do at 54, nigga. Shit.
Thank you, no cap. Like Boots about to do at 154. I guess Terrence Crawford is going to get called. Oh, he's pulling Boots up from 147. I guess that's the argument y'all going to make.
So Canelo pulling Crawford up.
Canelo pulling Bud up. Yeah, I'm about to say.
Y'all crunk
Yeah,
about
Canelo
that
is
fight?
Canelo. You could say Canelo's pulling Bud up, but you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't say that because Bud, you know what I'm saying, went up
So
to
NHA
been called
fighters
for that
can't
fight.
move up.
Yes, they can move up,
All right, that's
but
all that's happening.
So why you criticize Devin Haney for fighting all these small fighters all these years?
Because they
Criticizing
didn't
Devin
move
Haney.
up anywhere.
I knew he was
Yeah,
a Haney
call him a weight
fan.
bully. Nah, I'm far from a Haney fan.
Is he a weight bully?
It's
I
a
was just
weight
about.
bully,
Oh,
nigga.
he a
That's
weight
the
bully.
same thing,
Everybody in
NHA.
boxing is a
That's a
weight.
false
Lomachenko
Oh,
was
so he's a weight
146.
he's a weight bully. So bringing
He
somebody up
naturally
from
he drained it
her weight
down
class,
to fight at a
her
smaller weight
weight
class.
class is that weight bullying?
NHA, he moved up 2 weight classes in like 2 fights, brother.
Who?
Devin Haney.
Whatever.
Devin Haney.
Real though.
See, I say it because it hurt his
That's what
development. It hurt his development as a fighter, and now he about to pay for it. That's why I used to criticize him for being a weight bully because he was just a waste of time, and he wasted too much time. Now he gonna be at 147, getting them dumbbells dropped on him. It's gonna be a wrap.
Oh no, Cap. That's a good point that
I
you
ain't mad at
made.
that.
I think hold on. That went up. That went over people's head. Let me repeat with no Cap. No Cap. Repeat what you said. You said he wasted a lot. Repeat that one more time for the people in the back.
He was doing that bullshit at 135, wasting time. And he could have been using that time fighting hard fights against tough fighters. And then he would have developed. See, people don't look at like, but Floyd was at 35. He was fighting big ass niggas like Castillo. Castillo was like a fucking welterweight, maybe a 54-pounder when he fought Floyd. And Floyd was 35. Floyd fought at the 35 pounds in the ring. So that's why Floyd could go to welterweight 54 and be getting unified titles and shit. Because he been doing the shit. Castillo bigger than Floyd. He couldn't even fucking compete at fucking 47 or 140. You know what I'm saying? Then Ricky had whooped
So
Castillo
you're
ass. Then
saying that the more Devin moves up, that his skill is not gonna be able to keep up with his size, his competition, the size of the
no,
competition
because he
level he
didn't
has to fight.
see the reason why welterweight is such a competitive division is because you got people that they had a weight where they got skills of a smaller fighter, but they got power like middleweights. So it's like they got experience because they had a lot of people to fight coming up in boxing, and they fought in multiple weight classes. All right, growing up, getting bigger to getting welterweight. So it's like the point of fighting at a smaller weight class is I'm fighting at a smaller weight class to get experience, going against fighters that are good, but they necessarily don't have the power to fuck me up. So I could get practice in, or I could get good experience fighting these guys down here, quality fighters. See, that's why Crawford think highly of Ricky Barnes, because Ricky Burns is a smaller fighter from featherweight, and he moved up to lightweight, whatever. And then Crawford was fighting bums because he wasn't even have a promoter. He was fighting a bunch of bums in Paradise, Las Vegas, and shit. So he got to fight Ricky Burns. That was like his first real fight. That's why he think highly of Ricky Burns. And it's like this, but fighting Ricky Burns gave Crawford experience that he didn't have before. He fought some Gamboa right after that, I think. I can't fucking remember. But what I'm saying is Devin Haney don't got the rounds in. Well, Derrick James called it depth. He ain't got the depth because he ain't fight the right opponents at 35. He ain't fight no hard punchers at 35. No crackers. You know what I'm saying? Not them type of crackers, but people that's cracking. And
come on, stop it, no cap.
you know what I'm saying? And then,
I mean, Loma could crack.
You see what happened when he fought somebody that could crack? Loma could crack. Who said that?
He can't.
Channel. So
Loma
here's
can
the
crack,
thing.
bro. Who
Also,
Loma
no
crack?
cap.
Hold on. So Loma can't crack no more?
Go ahead, Jab Queen.
My question is this. Well, it's not even really a question. It's more of a statement. Devin's problem is he started his career in Mexico. His first 20 fights were who the hell knows, right? He got accustomed to fighting smaller, older, flat-footed guys. So that's what he seeks out when he comes over here and he fights. Who does always fight smaller guys. What does he say? You too small. You too small. This way he can dominate them because this is what he's used to. When we saw him fight somebody, his weight, his size, the same dimensions, we see what happens when the playing field is level. Devin does not stand a chance at 147. If he does, they will have to craft that very, very carefully as if they are walking through a landfill. Okay, that list was bogus. I don't see him fighting anyone on that list. And if he does, it'll be like Conor Ben or somebody like that. And even then, I don't know how he wins that fight. Devin is in
Y'all
a
think he'll
world
fight Conor?
of trouble.
You think he'll fight Conor Ben Jab? I think he gonna fight somebody like a Jack Catterall. How would y'all feel about a Jack Catterall
That's what I'm
fight?
saying. He's not
I
going to fight
told you,
anybody
2
on
Cent.
that list.
That's the fight. He is fighting Jack Catterall. I've been telling Devin fans that, and they don't like it.
What's wrong with Jack? What's wrong with a Jack Catterall fight? I don't have no problem with the Jack
Jack
Catterall fight.
Catterall is supposed to be at 140.
I thought he moved up.
He probably did. Right with Devin. Perfect.
Devin is in a world of trouble at 147.
Catterall.
He's a light welterweight. He at 144.
Either they're gonna be smaller or they're gonna be older.
Yep.
He ain't fighting Brian Norman Jr. I know that. He gonna wait if Pacquiao win. He gonna try to fight Pacquiao, who about to get his AARP card.
PBC ain't about to get them Pacquiao. They can forget that. I don't even know why Norman
ain't fighting them.
I'll
tell you one thing. A jab versus.
I don't even know why Norman's talking about he waiting on the winner of Pacquiao and Barrios. Why you think PBC finna give? Why does Norman think he finna get a Pacquiao fight? Why would he think that?
Everybody wish. It's like Charleston White said. People waiting for Santa Claus.
Barrios don't got no intentions. Barrios don't even do interviews. Y'all ain't heard nothing from Barrios about unifying. Nothing. Barrios doing him.
Hey Dean, why did you tell Boots that though?
Tell Boots what?
You tell that Barrios don't give a fuck about unifying.
Because I was actually telling Boots that. That's why I was telling Boots that he needed to go over. I didn't like him with Eddie.
Nah, you was arguing with us about fucking him moving up when he ducked Ortiz.
Because he still had 2 unification fights there, and Brian Norman Jr. and Stan Jonas.
Oh my god! What the fuck is the point of unify? What the fuck is the point of unify if you can't get?
See, this is when people don't keep up with timelines. My good brother, this is me you talking to. See, I do this. When he at the point of time you're talking about, he still had Brian Norman Jr. on the table. We didn't know Boots was going to move up, and then he was about to fight Stan Jones. And then by the end of that, his contract would have been up where he could have went to the PBC to get the Barrios fight. So you got to put context in everything. But then now we know that that's not going to happen from all of the debacle with Brian Norman Jr. fighting Sasaki and all of that stuff. And then PBC making a Manny Pacquiao fight. Then the man said, okay, well, I guess I'm not getting those fights then. Time to go. It's simple.
And then y'all stay trying
all that he could have just signed.
How can you say what's the point of unifying if you're not gonna go undisputed? That's ridiculous, bro. The man
that's what he said he wanted.
He said he wanted to unify or go undisputed. Obviously, he was only able to go to unify before it was time for him to move up. That's not his fault. Barrios want to fight a 95-year-old Manny Pacquiao, and Norman Sr. want to play games and try to wait him out. So he moved up. So he did exactly what he said that he was going to do. And y'all was crying for 2 years for this man to go up to 54. And now that he's going up to 54, y'all crying because he's not staying at 47. Y'all got to stop it, man.
They
y'all
never going to stop.
Because it's clear. It's clear that y'all have an intent on having an issue and a problem with Boots Ennis. It's clear.
Very.
I just think it's hypocritical, you know what I'm saying, to say you want your main goal for staying at 147
he said he did exactly
to be undisputed.
He did exactly what he said.
He did exactly.
He said if I can't get the unifications, I'm moving up. He did exactly what he said. I don't know what NHA is talking about.
So NHA, I have a question then for you, right? Because this seems to be the sentiment when it comes to Boots, and then the sentiment switches when it comes to Gervonta. If a man is standing on his square and saying he wants to unify, he wants to be the best in his division, y'all seem to have an issue with that, right? He's chasing belts. This is what y'all love, right? The accolades, right? The little trinkets. But then when it's Gervonta, y'all say, oh, he's chasing his money. So which one is it?
I don't.
Oh, that was a question,
I don't
Boots.
understand the question.
What you mean you don't understand the question? Which one is it? You have a problem when
I
fighters
just
chase
want.
the accolades, and then you have a problem when the
I
other
just want
fighters
to see
chase
the
the money.
best fights. I don't give a fuck about the accolades. But I want to see the best fight, the best.
You were just
The
talking to
boots,
Gene
boots.
about him
Now they don't care about
unifying.
accolades, Jab
This
Queen.
is what I'm saying.
I really don't care. I mean, at the time, Ortiz was the best fight for him, and the biggest bag, and he said, "Nah, I'm good. I want to chase Barrios and fucking Norman and shit."
I don't believe he specifically said that. I believe what he
He
said
don't
was he
have to,
wanted
but
to
that's what he
unify
was
his
doing.
division. Okay, so let me ask you this. Is it not them that should be wanting to do the same thing? What the hell are they hanging around the division for?
Cool. They suckers too, but
But you don't have
I'm
the
just
same
confused.
energy for them.
We got. Yes, I do. What you mean I got
I
saying?
never hear you
You
mention
do got
either of
saying
them.
that. Brian Norman. Brian Norman is part of a clown. Mario Barrios been saying he's a fucking clown. He's trash. When y'all was
And
telling me and
Crypto,
shit
put that
after
link in
he
the chat
beat
you gave me
Boogers.
last time for the fight. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, you talking trash?
No, go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
I was
Go
just
ahead,
saying, like
NHA. I'm listening.
when everybody was bigging up Mario Barrios for beating the shit out of fucking old damaged Ugas, I was telling y'all Mario Barrios is trash. Oh, now Mario Barrios. Oh, the tanks. He wins Asian like fine wine. Or all this other crazy shit. Nah, Barrios been trash. Norman and his pops. You know, I'm not going to trash Norman like that and shit. But you know what I'm saying.
How
But
is Barrios
he
trash? He the
ain't him.
champion.
Oh, nah, he's a champion. He's a scary ass champion. Is that better? Because he's fucking
He a
fighting just like you
champion,
was.
bro. Y'all be deep throating anybody else with the belts any other
Cool.
time. Now
Nah, I
that it's
don't.
Barrios, you want to discredit
But
him.
you can't. I'm saying respectfully, who says you just said that man is the biggest fucking, basically the biggest cherry picker and duck for fighting a 95-year-old man. Now you want to give him his flowers as a champion? Yeah, I mean
But
a
you
lot of
call him
people are champion.
trash. What does that have to do with anything? It's not
Rolly Romero was a champion for beating fucking my grandfather and shit.
Rolly Romero ain't
I didn't
trash.
give him nothing. Oh man, Rolly man is fucking garbage.
He a two
I'm not.
division champ. Y'all gotta
You got
stop
to put
this, bro.
respect on Sugar Rolling name. He's
Yeah,
a
two
champion, bro.
division
Sugar
champ.
Rolly, bro. You
I'm
That's a
hating
I'm
on
just
three
trying
Sugar
to
division
figure out
Rolly.
which
champion,
one
future Hall of
matters.
Famer.
Cool.
All I want to know is which one matters, because y'all talking out of both sides of y'all mouth.
I already told you it matters to me. Best fighting, the best competition.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Only a three division champion, so he's been fighting the best competition.
Obviously. Now you're not fighting the best competition with the belt. Y'all gotta make up y'all mind because y'all swear as long as you got them accolades, you the best to ever do it. Y'all, Terrence is number one pound for pound, and the two elite fighters on his resume is Ricky Burns and Victor Postal. Right, he
That's not.
two-time undisputed though.
So Rolly a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Now
Yeah,
y'all
He
probably
ain't
if
stretching.
first
if
ballot,
he
but
He
yeah,
gonna
if
he's
end
he
up in
probably.
there.
unified at 47, why not?
Rolly ain't sneezing at a Hall of Fame, man. Y'all got. I mean,
If he
But
a
he
three
two
division champion,
what
how
the
you not
fuck?
saying?
Who he beat?
It don't matter. He a three division champion. He
No, it
beat
do
the great
matter.
Ryan
Actually,
Garcia.
does matter.
He beat Ryan Garcia, who slayed the monster Devin Haney.
He ain't getting no
He,
belt for that.
he destroyed Ryan Garcia, the man that
What belt
beat
did
up
he
Devin
get for
Haney.
beating Ryan Garcia?
he a
Matter of
Got the
fact,
belt,
champion, bro.
the WBA.
who's the champion? WA.
Rolly.
Rolly's a
What?
Rolly.
champion. Rolly's a champion, bro. What part of that you not
Since
understanding?
Boots dropped
He's
the
a
belts.
champion. He got elevated. Champion.
He got
147.
elevated. So now we going to Hall of Fame for being elevated, for getting emailed the belt, or whatever you want to
Well,
call
shit. So Devin
He
ain't
fought
going there.
Ryan for that belt.
it.
So
That was a
Devin
Nah,
regular
not going.
belt.
Is that correct?
Oh boy.
Dev actually got
Boots had the
undisputed,
super
so you
belt,
know
and
what
he
I'm saying.
fought Ryan for the regular belt.
Devin got
That was
that
a
because
little.
Garcia dropped that belt. Not did he not?
Ryan
That motherfucker got elevated.
Ryan Garcia never held a belt in his whole career. Oh,
For
so
sure.
He lost to Rolly. He had his
That
chance and
fight
he lost
was
to
for the
Rolly.
belt.
Yo,
all I'm saying,
That fight was for the.
hey, can I
salute
talk?
that play.
All I'm
Salute
saying is
that.
who
All
have
right,
Rolly,
band up. Peace out.
Salute bands up.
who have Rolly beat?
He beat
That
Ryan. Ryan
who
beat
have
Devin. He would have got that belt if he made
who
weight.
man,
Yep.
y'all
You said
get
Ryan.
that fight don't count. Stop counting
It
cheap.
do count. We all
Y'all
That
wouldn't
seen
be
it.
saying that.
that
Y'all
fight
wouldn't
don't
be
count.
saying that if
We seen
Devin
it.
beat
It count.
Ryan and Devin got elevated. Y'all wouldn't be sitting up here saying this.
I
Motherfuckers
don't
really.
give a fuck about Devin. First of
Okay,
all, I don't
Regis
even
got
like Devin.
elevated. Regis ain't beat nobody for that WBC.
I
Devin
don't like
got.
Devin, but y'all gotta stop that bullshit.
Who
Now
Regis
y'all
beat for
saying
that WBC
now
that
y'all
Devin
saying
got
that
from him?
Rolly got a good Rolly going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he
He
3
first
division
batted.
champion.
If he
Is
unified
a
47,
He might get
no.
154, be a 4 division before it's all
he
said
might
and
get
done.
undisputed. He might get undisputed at 47.
Hey, I
What
done
you gonna
heard
do
it
at work?
all,
You
man.
only get Devin
Shit,
strap at
this shit,
54.
this the only shit, man.
Y'all the ones that said the belts
Go,
matter. Y'all the ones that said the
y'all
belts
go
matter, not me.
Shakur record, Terrence Crawford record, but this sit there and say Rolly got a good record.
We didn't say I didn't say his record was good. I said he 3
I done
division
heard it
champ. That's
all,
okay.
man.
Anybody saying he's good? We just
Nobody
said he
said
got a
What?
belt.
How
He
he
got
a
the
three
belt.
division champ? We went for
Man,
two.
He
I
had
Not
the
a
done
three
heard it
WBA
all,
division.
belt
man.
3
Division. Motherfuckers a three. We make it up an
He
extra
had the
division and
interim.
all
He
that.
had the interim WBA champion. That means you the champion until
Yeah,
the
I done
champion
heard
come
it
fight
all
you.
on this shit.
They say you
Yeah, but
interim
Motherfuckers
once the
champion. That means you
do
are
champion,
the
interim.
champion
once the
until the champion
champion drop the
returns.
belt, once the
No one's
champion
ever
drop the
dropped the
belt,
belt.
he gets elevated. Boots dropped the belt, so he became
No, he did
elevated
it.
as
He
regular
did. Boots
champ.
was elevated. But Boots beat Stanley on this for the regular belt. I'm really tired of explaining this, but I'm gonna do it one more time. Stanley on this was the WBA champion. Boots fought him. He unified with him and got his WBA belt. When you get 2 belts in the WBA, they give you the WBA belt becomes vacant, and they give you the super belt. So you ain't got to fight the mandatories. But unless it's already contracted for you to fight one of the dudes.
I done heard it all.
All
So
right,
the
once you go
belt,
to
when
the
he beat
website
Stanley on
and
this,
see
the
what
belt
it
became
says,
vacant, and
something like
Rolly and Ryan fought for the belt.
Motherfuckers just erase the
Rolly's not the
Morocco
super
and
champion. He just
Pitbull
the
Cruz
WBA
ass
champion.
whipping,
Same thing he was when
and
Boots was around. He didn't get elevated.
all of a sudden, Rolly in fucking Hall of Fame for beating fucking Ryan.
Man, I done
Like
heard it all.
we supposed to forget the last two
Who
fights,
Arturo Gotti
two
beat?
previous fights.
Who Victor Paziano? Who he beat? There's people in the Hall of Fame that ain't beat no damn body.
The motherfucking nobody that you don't know about.
We have a movie
They
star in
they
the
was
goddamn
somebody
Hall of
back
Rolly beat
Fame.
then.
Ryan. He beat Ryan Garcia, one of the biggest stars in boxing.
Man, Ryan
Can y'all,
Garcia,
excuse
Biggest
me,
stars in
can
boxing.
y'all all admit that we have a fictional movie character in the Hall of Fame?
Hey, I don't care what
Oh,
nobody say. Ryan Garcia never
yeah.
beat
Rocky
no
Anytime
Hall
Balboa.
of
Rocky
Fame
can
and
get
never
in
beat
there,
nobody.
Rocky had better wins than him.
Ryan Garcia never
This
beat
the shit I be
nobody.
talking about, Joe.
Ryan Garcia beat Fortuna. Ryan Garcia beat Duarte. Ryan
He
Garcia beat
Duarte.
who else? Ryan
Bums.
Duarte.
Garcia beat.
He
He
beat
beat
Luke Campbell,
Bums.
which is
Luke
Lomachenko's best
Campbell.
win at 35.
He
But
He
beat
beat
Luke
the
Campbell. So
best. His
y'all
best win is
talking
That's a
Lomachenko's
beat
best
fact,
win.
You
Cardinals.
sound
That's a
crazy.
fact,
Luke Campbell
Cardinals.
better.
Terrence
Luke Campbell
Crawford
better than
can get
Comey.
away with Ricky Burns and Victor Postal. Ryan Garcia
Lomachenko,
can get
he
away
fought
with
Cody.
Fortuna, Duarte, and fucking
He don't fought
what
Cody.
the fuck is we talking
what's
about
his
right
face?
now?
Y'all
So
hating
y'all
on
got
Rolly,
paid in
nigga.
full.
Oh my god.
I don't know, man.
He didn't just beat Ryan Garcia. He shut him down,
Let me
shut him
say,
out. He could.
paid
Ryan
in
could
full.
do
What
it.
you
You
got?
know,
What you say?
He boxed him up.
Hold on, no cap. What you got paid in full?
not too much. I'm just up at the cookie jar.
Man, I'm so surprised right now. Damn. Ryan Garcia got a good record and I ain't never knew this.
Rich, you
Do
gotta
That's
what?
stop
really
doing stuff like
surprising.
that. You be
He
adding
beat up
shit that
Devin Haney.
nobody
So why
said.
Devin Haney
Rolly,
fight him?
What the
Why did the great
fuck?
Devin Haney fight Ryan
Rolly
Garcia?
on the
He
road to
ain't
Hall
win.
of
Wait,
Fame.
And that's why
Ryan
I
Garcia.
said that.
So you saying Ryan Garcia ain't beat nobody? Rich is what you saying? I
Ryan
just named
Garcia
people he beat.
record some trash.
No, it's not.
How's he trash when he beat up Devin
Every
Haney?
time, every time he fought someone
Well,
that
y'all keep telling us Devin Haney's trash.
I'm not a Devin
Exactly.
What the
Haney
fuck?
fan. You can say
Yeah,
whatever you
because y'all
want
I
said
about
didn't
him.
Ryan
say
was
Devin
trash.
Haney.
Y'all can't tell us
Nobody
Devin
said
Haney
he was
trash,
trash.
but
Yeah,
then
y'all
get
said
shit on
Ryan was
Craig
trash
beat
and
him.
Ryan beat him up, so Devin
Nobody
must be
ever
trash
said
too. If
Devin
Ryan trash, then Devin
who
trash.
time
Yes.
out. Nobody ever says Devin is trash, bro. Nobody said Devin is trash. We say he fight old small fighters. Nobody say he's
I
trash.
don't even want
Y'all
to.
gotta stop
Hence
in
he's
this way, bro.
trash. He ain't him. That's what y'all
You
basically
said
saying.
that.
You
You
ain't
said
him. That
that.
don't
We
mean he
didn't.
trash. Being him is being the
This
best.
shit, I done heard it
Being the
all,
damn
man.
Ryan Devin
God.
Haney is not a boxing savant. With the way they talk about this nigga, I'm thinking he about to come in and be like beating the hell out of these dudes, putting on boxing clinics, not getting touched.
Man.
Nah, you're
He
right. You're
never
right.
did none
You're
of that
right.
shit. He never
Hey,
did none of
You're
that shit
right.
his whole career.
100%.
Hey, sometimes when
100%.
people talk, man, you don't gotta talk because you hate somebody, man. Just talk facts, man. That
I
shit's
know.
sad.
Yeah.
You hate Rolly,
Just talk
All
dog.
facts.
fucking facts. You the one that
Just
keep attaching emotion to it, not
just
us.
I'm not attaching. I never heard Rolly's not no good fighter.
How
He
he
ain't
Yes,
And
no
not?
how
he
he a
good
Nah,
three
is.
yeah,
fighter.
division
nah,
That's
nah,
why
nah.
champion
he
He
is
a
is?
your
champion.
fighter.
But
He a
he
three
is.
division
He
champion,
beat a
bro.
world champion,
He
Barroso.
So
he
what?
ain't
Neither
no
was Wilder. Wilder ain't a
he
good fighter, but he was
he
still defended the
he,
belt 10 times.
he ain't no Hall of
Everybody
Fame
ain't got
How
to
you
be a
uh,
super
become a
skilled
three
good
fighter to
division?
be
fighter.
good.
Wilder's not a
Hold on.
good fighter now.
How you become a three division champion, but you trash?
Who's the
Right.
three
Like I
division
said,
champion?
Rolly.
Rolly, a three division
Damn. Now
champion.
you paid. Come on, paid man. I expect better from
nah,
See
nah,
you.
the
nah. I
facts.
ain't,
But bro,
I ain't,
we gotta go what it is. We gotta call it for what it is, though, bro. Regardless of how he got the titles,
Rolly,
he
the
is who
man
he
who lost to your grandfather.
Yeah, that grandfather he
I don't
got
know
beat up
why
by
y'all keep
Hirota, which is the
saying that.
top
Hold on,
fighter
hold on,
in
hold on. I
Japan.
don't know why y'all
And
acting
then
like Barroso.
got the
Hold
shit beat
on,
out of him so
NHA.
bad. That
Hold on,
motherfucker started talking about
NHA.
Easter
Hold on,
bunnies.
NHA.
Hold
Bro,
on, y'all.
I
Hold
don't
on, hold
know
on.
why y'all keep talking about Barroso like he didn't knock out the next fighter he fought in the first round. Y'all keep talking
Who
about
he
Barroso
fought?
like he just the old man. Like that man was out there cracking. He knocked the next person he fought out in the first round. It was a young fighter. I can't remember who it was.
Here
Knocked
you
him
go.
out in the first round.
He said,
Look,
young
the
fighter.
interim
I can't
title
remember his
means that
name.
you are the champion until the champion fights you. That's what the interim. When you got the interim belt, you the goddamn champion right there. You the because the champion is not present. They gave you the belt. He got to
Okay,
fight you.
cool.
The
So
champion got to come fight you to get that belt back.
Shit,
And
that's
it ain't
before
pretty
he
the
got
much
out of
It ain't the
jail,
Mickey Mouse
Robert
belt no
Guerrero was
more.
the interim
that's
champion.
how
He had to fight
that's
Robert
how
Guerrero to get
that's
his
pretty
belt.
much. But that's pretty much how everybody at 147 got their belt.
I know, but they pick and
Mm.
It's
choose when
cause
they bring that shit
it's
up.
cause Terrence Crawford vacated the belt
Mm.
and they elevated him.
Rolly got better
So
wins.
so
Rolly got better wins than a lot of people. So to
who?
sit up there and try trash Rolly when he be doing stuff that we didn't even think that he could do. Rolly was the underdog. So all this Ryan trash, y'all didn't think he was gonna beat Ryan Garcia. Wasn't nobody picking Rolly to beat Ryan Garcia.
Facts.
You gotta get him in.
And
You
some people
got
thought he was gonna be Tank. Some people thought that Ryan was gonna be Tank.
And
some people thought that.
neither did you, Dean.
Probably some
Hey,
people in this
hey,
room
guess what?
in
Hey,
this
hold on,
chat.
hold
Neither.
on, hold on. Rolly Romero got better wins than the Williams to pay to do, but y'all about to give Shakur Stevenson all the credit in the world for it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He
Who
ever been a champion?
because he beat
He got
Ryan.
30 something fights. He ever been a champion?
Rolly been beat by lesser opponents than
I
anybody
Hey
asked
fucking
man,
y'all a
that not even
question.
the
hey,
I
fatal one.
said, no,
hey,
don't deflect what I asked, Rich,
hey,
before y'all start cutting me off. Answer the question. I said,
hey,
Rolly
listen.
Romero got better wins than Williams or Payda, but y'all about to give Shakur Stevenson a bunch of credit if he beats him.
I ain't about to give Shakur that much credit like how y'all saying it. But second,
Cap.
I mean, second,
Rich,
man.
you told us a couple lives ago that you don't want to hear nothing when Shakur
Oh yeah, I don't
Stevenson
want.
step
Oh yeah,
on
I
the
don't want.
Payda.
Oh yeah, I don't want to hear nothing.
So what?
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't
Hold
heard.
on,
I didn't
y'all.
heard.
Hold on. All right,
Let
Mr.
me.
This is the
Greg. Thank
same
you for coming
motherfucker
up
that's about
on.
to
Hold on,
give.
y'all. Hold on,
Be
Mr. Greg. Thank
quiet.
you for coming up on the panel, Mr. Greg. Y'all, shout out to Mr. Greg with the $2 in the super chat. He says 2 cents coughing like crazy. I'll call it a night. Shout out, Mr. Greg.
Man,
Hey,
that nigga Deem got a memory like an elephant, bro.
hey, hey,
He don't miss
hey,
shit.
Absolutely
look,
do. That's
hey,
why
Hey,
look,
yo,
females
Dean.
they
hey,
be mad at me.
hey, Dean.
Dean, you can't talk about credit when you was about to give Boost credit for beating fucking Barrios.
I wasn't about to give Boost. I was gonna get Boost
Yeah, you
credit
was.
if. Can you let me talk, bro? I was gonna give him credit if he would have set up there and unified with Stan Jonas and then fought Brian Norman and had to fight Boreos to accomplish his goal.
Oh,
Yes, I would have gave him
Hey,
credit for getting undisputed,
uh,
like y'all gave Terrence Crawford credit for Victor Postal.
hey, and first of all, when I
Boreos
say,
better than
hey,
Victor
hey,
Postal.
first of all,
Victor
first,
Pope, none
hey,
of
Dean, nah,
Barrios and
let me talk
anyone
about
can't
Shakur.
hold Victor Post on the job strap.
You done lost your damn mind, NHA. Do
Now,
I
if
have
you
to
know
pull up
boxing, that's just
Victor
facts.
Postal's resume
Hey,
again?
Shout
Oh
out
boy.
Knockout Boxing 86 TV in the building. What up, Kev?
Hold on, why you hating on Barrios? He done fought some good fighters back to back to back to back.
Rolly got better wins than Williams to Payda. I know that.
He got his ass whooped back to back to back too.
I agree with
No,
you.
he don't. He still got the belt.
Hey, Shakur, hey, Dean, and Shakur gonna wash wins to Payda. That's all
I hope so too. I said that too.
And I don't want to hear nobody say, "Oh, he wasn't shit."
Who cares, dog?
Yeah, so then thank you.
Man, Shakur didn't go to 140 and fight Hiroka. I think Hiroka could beat Shakur.
I'm gonna still say, motherfucking Rolly is shit.
My point is, Rich, y'all about to give Shakur all of this credit for Williams and Payda, who ain't done nothing, who ain't really done nothing.
I ain't about to give him all this credit till he beat Tank. And second, only a fake ass motherfucker gonna sit back and say Rolly elite fighter and he's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Who did say he was elite? He just going small things.
Tripping on him right now.
No, a tour Gotti is an elite fighter. Was a tour Gotti an elite fighter?
The Barroso and Cruz fight.
Wait. To even defend Rolly as a good, like he's some top fighter. Man, you crazy.
Rich, can I say something to you, Rich? Can I say this to Rich? Y'all, hold on, y'all, Rich.
Hold on, Dean, hold on. Give me a second. Rich, nobody said Rolly was an elite fighter. Nobody said Rolly was a top fighter. But what you have to acknowledge is Rolly is not trash. He's not a bad fighter. Just because y'all don't like his style and he awkward, y'all want to sit on here and act like that man ain't got no better. He has. And that's the truth.
Facts. And he
They Rolly better than Devin Haney. He got a belt at 47, something Devin Haney would never accomplish.
I'm gonna say he did something that Haney couldn't do.
Can I give Rich a prime example, y'all? Hey, Rich, you watch basketball, right?
Yeah.
Ain't none of us think Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers was going to do what they do. We ain't think Halliburton was going to be as clutch as he was, hitting all them damn game winners. But since he did it though, Rich, I gotta give the man credit now, don't I?
Nah,
I gotta look at him different now.
That nigga really ain't do nothing. What'd he do?
Winning a championship is winning a championship in boxing. That's what they try to do, Rich. Devin, that's all Devin did. He went up to 140, beat Regis. We gave him credit for Regis.
Nah, listen.
But we can't give Rolly the same credit for doing the same shit. Against a guy, I think the old man will beat Regis.
Oh God, there we go.
I do
too.
Regis is hot trash, bro. I like Regis. I don't like to talk bad about Regis. But he started boxing at a late age. He just don't got the skills. He did.
And Ryan Garcia got Lomachenko best win on his resume at 135. Who Lomachenko beat?
Luke Campbell, the same as Ryan.
Who did Lomachenko beat? Because Loma got like 30 losses and he's still pound for pound and a good name on your resume.
And gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
He got beat up by Toledo. Toledo worse than Rolly, nigga.
18 fights. With 18 fights.
He gonna be a first ballot.
Lomachenko can't beat Rolly. If he would have fought Rolly at 35, Rolly would have whooped his ass. And then Devin can't beat Rolly at 47. So let's stop the capping, nigga.
Yeah, I definitely don't got Devin beating Rolly.
You say Rolly would have beat Regis?
Man, Rolly would fuck Regis up.
Yes, Rolly would beat Regis. Yes.
Rolly would fuck Regis up. Regis can't fucking Rolly. See, when you fight Rolly, you gotta have certain attributes.
I wasn't saying none of this shit a couple years ago.
It's not a couple years ago. NHA, we got different stuff now.
I told y'all before
because he beat Ryan.
Listen.
Rolly big than a motherfucker at 35. Lomachenko can't fight nobody like that.
Fake as fuck.
I'm about to have to.
Who Lomachenko fought that was big?
Hold on, no cap. Listen, I told y'all before Rolly fought. I told y'all before Rolly fought Ryan Garcia that if you go back and look at the Pitbull fight, you can see how much better Rolly has gotten. He lost the fight, but he still looked better in the fight, and you could see what he had been working on and what he had been doing. He had gotten infinitely better. I'm not saying he's an elite fighter or a top fighter. All I'm saying is he got better and he's getting better. So the fact that he's getting better and he's at a weight now to where he don't feel drained and he comfortable, Rolly is going to be a more dangerous fighter. The fact that you seen Rolly make adjustments in a fight and be disciplined and stay patient, he's moving forward as a fighter. And on top of that, he got power and he got a shot that'll knock your ass out. He gonna be a dangerous fighter. He gonna be good competition for anybody at the 47 division. Period.
Yep.
And y'all think he's trash all he wants to. The truth is the truth.
Motherfuckers is really over here gassing Rolly.
Man,
Jesus.
He hating on
It
Rolly
ain't
because
going
Tank
off
safe.
of
knocked
what
him
We
out.
gotta
happened.
That's
stop
it.
this, yo.
We going off of what
Hey,
happened. You living in the past.
He looked a whole lot better than he did against Tank.
He did better against Tank than Ryan and a
And he
lot of
ain't even
dudes.
look.
No,
He
he
ain't even
didn't.
look that bad against Tank like that. He held his own.
so
He
now he
put
a better
all the
fighter than
game plan
Tank, huh?
together.
He better.
Let's be real,
And
bro.
he
You
Y'all
said
going
niggas
that
off
say
about
of
Tank.
anything,
Man,
So
come
yo.
on,
Y'all
yo.
niggas say anything out y'all mouths. This shit is ridiculous.
Jab
they just be
Queen.
trying
He
to stir
going
up the
off
feeling.
of
Y'all gotta ignore them when they do that.
He did better against
Jab Queen.
Ryan
He
and
going
Tank.
off of
Look,
Pitbull beating up Rolly. That's what's stuck in his head. The problem is
Nah, I'm
Devin
going
don't
off
want to
that
fight
old man beating up
Stop
too.
over
Devin don't
talking
want to
people,
fight Pitbull
NHA.
neither.
Okay,
I'm going
Styles
off that
make
old man
fights.
beating up too.
Styles make
you know
fights.
that
Who
he
got
wasn't no.
if you got power and you got chin, you can beat Rolly. If you ain't got a
Devin
chin and
wouldn't
you ain't
dare
got
fight
power, you're not
Pitbull
gonna
right
beat
now.
Rolly, dog.
Barroso's putting that old man strength on him too.
Yeah.
He
Devin
lost
Haney
that
wouldn't
fight.
dare fight Pitbull right now.
Devin Haney can't
Why
fight
do you keep
Barroso.
Okay.
bringing up the
And
Barroso fight? Like,
hold on.
what? Why do you
And
keep bringing that up?
Man,
Dang
fuck
father, they
Pitbull.
can say that, but how many of them will actually get in the ring with him? I hear them say that all the time. That Rolly's trash. How many of them gonna get in the ring with him though?
We
None
know
of them.
Devin ain't because he lose. And that'll be end of his career. You would
Shit.
think Devin want an easy belt,
Who
he'd be
who
calling out
who
Rolly.
who who,
Yeah,
who
He
he
ain't
up
never
dubbed
the
mentioned
Rolly?
his
road.
I'm,
He
name.
up
I'm,
the
I'm
route.
confused.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know
What I'm
Who
talking
dubbed
Devin
about,
got him
Rolly?
Devin to
before a
go
left
fight
hook.
Rolly since he's so. That's who Devin should be trying to fight. Since Rolly is so trash, Devin should be going to run up there and go take his belt since he's so trash. Why Devin ain't trying to go
Mm-hmm.
take his belt since he's so
He
So
trash?
won't
Should
when
be
did
fight
an
the
Rolly
easy
become
man
lick.
the
who beat
That
the
should be an
man.
easy lick for Devin. Go get
Yep.
Rolly and take his belt since he's so trash. That's an
so
easier
now
fight than
Rolly
Norman.
the boogeyman now?
We not saying
He's
that.
a,
To
he's,
So
Devin,
he's
to
a
the
world
Haney's, he
beater.
Oh,
He's
is.
a
God, yo.
boogeyman.
NHA.
No,
To the Haney's,
everybody
Rolly is the
ducking
boogeyman.
Rolly. This is what
This
we doing
nigga
now.
here.
Devin don't want no
NHA,
smoke
you do
with
that?
Sugar Rolly.
Do
Man.
you do that
we
to your
saying y'all not giving him enough credit.
NHA?
Sugar Rolly.
NHA, you do that to your wife when y'all
Sugar
arguing
Rolly
and she
did
say
what
something and you
Devin
just
Haney
make up
couldn't.
something else?
He did what
Absolutely.
Devin Haney couldn't.
He
Sugar
called the
Rolly
nigga
did what
Sugar
Devin Haney
Rolly.
couldn't. Made Ryan look easy. Made Ryan
And
look like
y'all
a
should be
sparring partner.
calling for
Something
that
Devin Haney
Devin
couldn't
Rowley
do.
fight. I'm calling
Oh,
for it. I
Sugar
want to see
Rolly.
Devin and Rowley at
If y'all
147
notice,
pounds for the belt.
if y'all notice, both of those professional fights looked how the amateur fights went. If you put up you put up the Ryan and Devin fight, amateurs versus their professional, it looks almost the same. If you put up Rowley and Ryan's amateur or their sparring session, and you put up their professional fight, it looks just about the same.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah, they just got each other's numbers.
yeah, they're probably familiar with each other and fight each other. But I want to see Rowley and Devin fight. They can stop this Norman cap that they got going on.
That'd be a good
I
fight
ain't,
though.
I ain't mad at that. I want that fight too.
That'd be a good fight.
So that's why nobody mentioning Rowley name though since he's so trash. I ain't heard nobody say Rowley name to fight at
because they know
47
if
since he's
Devin
so
lose
trash.
to
I ain't
him,
hear Rolly
it's a
mention
wrap.
nobody's name either.
He's
Well,
the
Rowley has
champion.
some unrealistic
What?
shit going
Oh
on.
my
He talking about he
God,
want to fight
he's the
Benavidez and
champion.
he want to fight Pacquiao, but we know those are unrealistic
Oh, they
fights.
might make the if Pacquiao win, I could see them making the Rowley Pacquiao fight. Even though I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
why
that's
they
the
I
put
can't
that on
see
PBC,
the
right?
Pacquiao
side.
win unless he on steroids.
Oh
I
my
don't care
goodness.
if
He gonna
he.
need
I
them
still
old
don't see him
fashioned
winning.
Man,
If he, I
1980s
don't see
roids.
him winning on
the
steroids. I don't see him
fucking
winning
best
on steroids.
steroids ain't helping Pacquiao.
Now I
I'm
hear some
sorry, that
people saying
man's too old.
Pacquiao might win. If Pacquiao win, they just gonna feed him to a worse ass whooping than Barrios. So I don't even think it'd be in his best interest to win because they just gonna feed him to Norman. Not even Norman. They gonna feed him to Rowley. And that ain't gonna be good at all.
If Pacquiao win, I'm gonna
I
call it
probably
right
see
now.
that. I
He's
probably see
fighting
what
Tank
Bill Haney
Davis.
Senior got into
Bill
it.
Haney and who?
Bill Haney about to get Devin fucked up, man.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
mark my
He got no
words.
choice but to fight Norman.
He
If
not fighting
Pacquiao
Norman.
win,
Y'all
They
stop
gonna
it.
wiggle out of that, no cap. You could believe that. Bill's wheels are
It's
spinning. He
gonna
is trying to wiggle at that like you wouldn't believe. He is
So
not
why
going
did
to
that's
fight
gonna
how
no
damage
Ryan
Devin
Norman.
Haney's
y'all?
brand.
He
How did
caught
they
in
go
a
from
rock and a hard place.
negotiating to sending a contract
contract to not signing a contract. How y'all do all that in 2 days?
Because they full of
How y'all
shit.
do all that in 2 days?
Because it was never. It was
full of
all
shit.
cap.
It was all cap. It was all a lie in my Carly Red voice. I'm telling y'all, it's just for entertainment. If y'all take it for what it is, and so you won't be all
I
frustrated
don't know.
on
They
here, I'm
said they was
telling
bad
y'all
at each
now,
other
it's
for
just
real.
for
When Bill
entertainment.
was talking, he like, fuck your mama. That coke was kicking in, and Bill was turned to the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Man, he don't want it from Brian Norman Sr.
Yeah, that
Senior
coca
beat Bill
motherfucker, man.
ass. Senior
Yeah,
beat
he
Bill
he
ass,
offered
yo.
him
Talking
to
about his
fight
mother.
too, Mr.
He'll
David. He
beat
offered him
Bill
to fight. He
ass.
said we could fight too. I said, oh shit, put them on the undercard. We got us a
Yeah, I
Hey,
want
no
to
banger.
see
cat, where
that.
you?
So the
Hey, no cat, where you
WBC belt
from?
must
No cat.
be vacant at 147. Where you
Detroit.
from,
Say
No
that again,
Cap?
2 Cent.
Detroit.
For
Yeah.
me?
I'm in Las Vegas
I
right now,
asked
Oh,
because
though.
no
no
cat
cap, no
funny
cap.
as shit.
Who from Detroit?
No Cap.
No cap.
Movie City, baby.
What side you from?
East side. No, Houston Whittier.
Oh, okay. I stay on the west.
What
I
you
live
say,
on
Y'all
2
niggas
Cent?
do
I live over
sound
the whole U. I used to live on
familiar.
7 Mile in Wyoming. I used to
Oh,
be over there on Irene and shit.
That's that Detroit accent. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it on the flow. Put it on
No.
the
D, you gotta
flow.
say it. D, you
I
gotta
was
say it.
trying to
That's
see
that
if that.
2B accent.
That Tubi. Yo, go watch this movie called The Simp. Tubi ain't nothing
Everybody on
but
the East Coast always say I got an accent. They be like,
2B was
say
created in
10.
Detroit.
It's like
Hey,
10. I'm like,
Tubi,
no, that ain't how I be
Tubi,
Master
sounding. Though.
ain't
Master
nothing
P
but
used to have
Detroit
this
movies.
look. Master P used to have this movie called About It, and I swear it was like a Tubi movie. It was Tubi. It was ahead of its time. That was
Yeah,
just
it
like
was
a
Tubi
Tubi
Yep.
movie.
before Tubi.
It was
just
Yeah,
That
like
Tubi
was
for
the I
that.
before
Got the
sure.
Tubi.
Hookup.
Just like
He had
that
a bunch of the
Cameron.
movies. He had I Got the Hookup.
Nah, About It. No, I Got the
He
Hookup was a
damn sure
real
did have
movie.
a bunch of them shits
About It
too.
looked like
It,
somebody recorded it with a camcorder.
yeah, it did.
that's what Killer Cam had. He had. Damn, what is that movie called?
I
Killer
don't know, but I know
season.
exactly what movie you're talking about where they stole the money, where they went they had to get out of town and they went like down south and they started doing a bank scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're
That's
talking about. I forgot the name of
Killer
the movie.
season.
Kill Season, yep.
Killer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
All
fucked
right.
up. He left his cousin in jail though and they skipped town. That was fucked up.
I can't
That
fool with the Tubi movies though. They be looking too crazy.
it'd be Tubi. The acting on there,
Yeah.
it just be when the gunshots go off. It's so
Oh my God,
terrible.
yes,
I
Dean.
mean, I think they being terrible on purpose, right? Is that like a new style of movie you could shoot,
I
like a new
hate it.
genre? Is that like a new genre of movies? Like
I don't know.
it's
Yeah,
like a
Tubi
Nah,
class
booming in
project.
Detroit.
Nah,
for
shit
sure.
booming in
That's it.
Detroit. I'm proud of y'all out there though. For real, I'm proud of y'all out there. Y'all doing y'all thing. And one lady y'all
I ain't
got
gonna
out
lie. I
there.
fucks with it.
Hey yo, Kayla B, paid and no cap. If y'all see Kayla B, please tell her the boy Dean looking for her. That's all, my guys. Y'all see Kayla B, tell her she gotta admire her. That's all. I'd just like to have a little conversation, make her laugh a little bit.
Oh man.
That shit
No.
crazy.
Detroit
So
definitely got
you gonna
Tubi
put
on
on
smash.
the interview or the
With
presser?
what?
I
Which
sent
one?
you
The link you
if I could
sent?
find it backstage.
I seen it, but I don't know if Auntie Sco was in that one. Let's play it. Let's see if we can
Oh,
find Auntie
let me see
Sco
if I can
in
find
the acting a fool at the presser. Somebody send a link if they got it. Let me share the screen real quick. Watch a few of these and then we're gonna roll up out of here for the night. Let's see what we got.
Your dad seems to think that maybe you were poisoned over in Saudi Arabia. What happened to you?
So much on that topic, but what it is, people don't believe it, some people not. I didn't get to take the fight, so I'm here now.
And what will you do to Tevin Farm on Saturday? You saw his 2 wars he just had with Zepeda. He's a very, very tough fighter. Tough to get him out of there. I know you think you can knock him out.
Yeah. Saturday night we're gonna see. I feel like he's underestimating me. We're gonna see. So the second Zepeda fight was a little shaky. So. He said he's gonna knock me out. He said we're gonna see what happens. I don't gotta knock you out. You want to? I don't gotta knock you out to do that. We ain't doing that shit. Okay, we're gonna see. We ain't doing that shit. Okay.
Number one, you get that impressed.
First of all, who recorded this on their track phone?
You got impressed with it.
You know boxing, right? You watch boxing? You know why. Tevin Farmer is getting Kid Schofield. Think about it. You know boxing. You know why. You want me to say it?
Say it.
They know why. I'm saying it, bro.
Yeah, say it. There's a press conference.
What do he do great that I haven't seen ever? Like he's stepping in with Tevin Farmer, right? I got so much shit he never seen that we gonna test his composure. We gonna test everything about him. There's nothing he can test on me that I haven't been through. He's not stronger than me. He's not smarter than you, not Cepeda. He's not strong. You're not JoJo. What about Pedraza? You're not Pedraza. Okay, then. So you're not Pedraza. But I can damn sure tell you Renee is not me. He hit way harder than you. Sure. You got 8, 9. Yeah. You can tell you don't know shit about boxing. You can tell you don't know shit about boxing when you go by record. We gonna see Saturday. Knockouts mean you was built the right fucking way. That's what boxing. Knockouts mean you was built and you had the promoter to put you in front of the right people to knock them out. That don't mean you punch hard. My last 7 opponents, they all was hurt. 3 of them got knocked out cold and 5 of them touched the canvas. You can play all of them.
Shit, Farmer.
Listen, bro. You don't listen. Hey, don't remember when I was a world champion, you was a kid studying me. Right. Was you? Right. Yeah, I know you was a kid, so don't lose control, youngin. I'm telling you. I'm gonna bring a belt to the ring. I'm gonna bring a belt to the ring. Please. I'm gonna bring a belt. I want to make your daddy. I want to make your daddy cry. Please. Make your dad cry. Please. I'm telling you, please. Listen, I'm gonna still love you after though. I'm gonna still love you. It's all love. Blood. Some blood gotta be shed. Right. It's gonna be shed someday. It's gonna be my fucking blood. Yeah. And after that, I'm gonna pat you on your back and tell you keep your fucking head up and keep going.
Saturday night, boys. Real good. That will start off our pay-per-view card.
Man, that boy got to get some swag about himself. He got to be able to speak up a little bit more, grab his nuts when he talk. Like,
that nigga need to stop letting his daddy play in his head.
I tell you what, though, Farmer ain't speak no damn lies. He ain't speak not one lie.
Nope.
I just hope they don't rob Farmer like they did with Ted.
I feel like Farmer been robbed out of 2 of his last 3 fights for real. I feel like he beat Muratalla too.
Yeah. Because
he definitely beat Muratalla.
That company man.
He talking a lot of big boy.
And y'all gotta, he's getting older. They're trying to give, the young blood some time to shine. But like I said, this is a step up fight for Kid Austin. So we're gonna see what he really made of. Because Tevin Farmer going to rumble. Y'all can say what y'all want to all the shit y'all want. Tevin Farmer going to rumble.
Ain't Tevin
Farmer is not no walk in the park.
No, I think Tevin just hurt his hand in his last fight. But been on here for about 3 hours. Appreciate everybody for coming through tonight. We're gonna go around the panel, get a 2 cents, final 2 cents. I made it through with this headache I had. Appreciate everybody for coming up today. We're gonna start off with David. Problem. David, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
My final 2 cents is the Devin Haney. Boy, you caught between a rock and a hard place. You still need like 2 fights to get over being gun shy and being knocked out ridiculously. He need time. That boy, he don't need to be back in the ring until he can get his head straight. That's one thing that was self-evident from watching that fight when he was running around the ring. He wasn't sticking and moving, he was running. But I'll see. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll watch. J. Paul got some fighters on his card. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna go ahead and watch it. I'm not a J. Paul fan. I detest the man, but I'm still wanted to get my excuse for how Big Dog Willie was able to see Tank in L.A. when Tank is on probation and camp in Florida.
He was trolling, Mr. David. He was trolling. You can ignore Big Dog.
I know. That's why he dropped out real quick. But that's all I got to say. I had a good time up here with the panel. You know what I mean? Enough respect to everybody. Peace and blessings.
Have a good night, Mr. David.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get this cash out. Shout out to A Sostan with the $5 in the cash app. He say appreciate you. Shout out A Sostan with the support to the channel. No, NHA, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
NHA, you up, babe? If you talking, you on mute.
Oh, yeah, my fault. Yeah, I'm looking forward to these fights this week.
Oh, my bad, NHA. I kicked the wrong person off. Come back,
You did that
NHA.
on purpose.
I didn't mean
No,
to do
you
that.
did that on
Come back, NHA. I didn't. No cap. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Don't let Frequent back up here.
Come back,
Yeah, I
NHA.
just like to say, I'm kind of sad because the Haneys is going out. I can't. I feel like I can't even hate on them no more because it's not even a challenge. It's not even like it ain't even nothing to hate on no more.
Yo, I
don't want to
know.
feel like a bully. I don't want to be a bully. You know what I'm saying? They going out. Bill looking crazy. He coked out every time he get on camera. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Temptations at the end where it's all going bad and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like the 5 heartbeats for Eddie Kane come out nice like this. I wish.
Hey, somebody go AI Bill face on his face. Somebody go put Bill face on this scene.
They're like, damn, Bill, you crashing out bad. Bill crashing out. Like, Bill ain't got the swag no more. Like, he used to come over, he be talking his bullshit. He ain't got the swag no more. Something wrong with something going on with Bill, dog. I hate him
because the jig is up, no cap. The jig is up, no cap.
Yeah, it's up.
They stress. The jig is up. The jig is up.
Should have never left Floyd Singer, dog. That was the downfall right there.
That's where it started.
That's where it started.
Who is Devin Trainer? I be asking people who is Devin
you know
Trainer?
what? I was just about to say that too. He, you know that he owes Shane Mosley money from what I heard.
Oh, I've been meaning to. I was supposed to review that with y'all today. See, I got to start writing this stuff down. I got to do
that. As long as he owe him, he ain't gonna go broke.
He broke because a nigga owe him. Now shut up.
Go ahead, no cap. Finish up. I was trying to stay on here to the Wilder fight, y'all, but they taking forever.
What Wilder fight tonight?
Yeah,
I thought that was tomorrow.
No, it's tonight.
No, that's tonight. No cap.
I still support Wilder, though. I hope he get. I don't like to see him go out like that. Cartoon knockout with Zane. That was crucial, bro.
Man, you gotta
still around like the cartoon,
your
bro.
favorite fighter to the end. You don't just gotta support your favorite fighter to the end. You just don't not support them no more because they at the end of their career. You gotta watch them all the way through.
You know what I'm saying? I support Wilder because he was trash. That's why I liked him. I liked him because he was trash, but he just could rely on knockout power.
What? He was trash. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I liked him because he was trash. And he just could land that right hand at any moment. I was like, man,
it ain't that easy to land that right
something
hand.
else. That's a hell of an accomplishment.
So I think he's speaking wrong. So you mean?
I'm looking forward to Boots hit his campaign at 54. I think he really gonna be beating them dudes up pretty bad.
I think he gonna keep getting there.
And this Brian Norman shit. I don't know what's happening with that. You know what I'm saying? But he got some welterweight about to heat up because now that Boots is gone, a lot of people from 40 about to move up. You got that guy.
So what about Virgil though? You think Virgil really?
Virgil's food.
Virgil already ducking.
Virgil food.
Well, Robert Garcia claimed that they ready for the fight in Boots, saying he needs 2 more fights.
Robert Garcia is Cap Master J, man. He been capping for years, but we ain't worried. Ain't nobody worried about Robert. Got to say.
Robert Garcia also told Mikey Garcia he could beat Earl Spence.
I thought Mikey Garcia told him not to do it, and Mikey was saying he wanted to go up there, and Robert was telling them don't do it.
No, I'm just saying. Your fighter went up there and did that dumb shit and got the career beat out of him.
Dang. I see something, Mikey. I see something.
Freeman, what's your final 2 cents? What you got since you got cooked off the panel earlier?
No, my phone. I was out and about, and my phone died, so I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't get back on. So, oh yeah, we was talking about that too, right? Somebody asked me something about that, and what you say? You said, how do I feel about Shakur coming up to fight Devin Haney?
She said
and I was saying the same.
Devin Haney pulling Shakur up. Use the right verbiage.
Well, I said the same way I felt about Mikey because the same way I felt about Mikey because he was.
Earl didn't pull Mikey up.
Huh? No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Mikey Garcia said that he wanted to go up there. So Shakur actually said that too. He said he would go up there for a meaningful fight, for a big fight against Devin Haney or Conor Ben. That's what he said out of his own mouth.
Stop lying.
That's what he said out of his own mouth on the
He didn't say anything about Devin Haney. Stop
he
it.
said a big fight like Conor Ben or Devin Haney. He did.
Send me that clip where he said Devin Haney.
But you're still not answering my question. That's cool. That's not a oh, he bringing up that don't matter.
No, because he's saying he want to come up. Now Lamont Roach didn't say he wanted to fight Tank. They went and got Lamont Roach.
What does it matter? He's still coming up. They don't change the fact that he's coming up. The process of how they're coming,
but
he's still coming.
But as the Lamont Roach fight was getting made, I didn't have no problem with it though. I was one of the people in the Hanos clan that said I didn't mind it because he was a champion. You know, I said, you know, but
I see you want to hide now because your other Hanos clan up here. You want to wave the white flag.
No, that's really what I was saying though. You know, I was one of the
Can I ask you a serious question?
I didn't mind.
Can I ask you a real question? Why are you a fan of Devin Haney? Why are you a fan of Devin Haney?
Because, well,
I'm on the payroll.
No, I'm a fan of Devin.
What's outside?
I'm a fan of Devin Haney because Devin Haney don't seem to have no picks. He just want to fight the champions. Devin Haney wanted to be undisputed.
Devin Haney fought.
Devin Haney.
How many champions has Devin Haney fought? Frequent.
I'm trying to tell you why I'm a fan of Devin Haney. Devin Haney wanted to be undisputed. That's something I want to see fighters do. I like when fighters go after the belts and try to be undisputed because you don't know which champion is the best if all of them just get belts and just stay away from each other. Once you get a belt, I think the next move is for you to fight the other champions to prove that you the best one there. And when fighters don't want to do that, it looked crazy to me. Like, why wouldn't you want to prove that you the best in that division and that it's undisputed that you're the best one? As long as you got another champion or another guy holding the belt, then it's always a dispute there.
So why he ain't fight Shakur at 135?
Because Shakur was playing around talking about he want 50%. So Shakur ducked him.
After he sent the 75-25 offer?
No, Shakur ain't take no offer. Shakur was ducking. He petitioned the WBC to
because you know damn well he wasn't offering no 25% frequent.
Yeah, he was supposed to get 25%. Devin had all the belts. He was undisputed. Shakur didn't even have no belt. He just got in the division and beat somebody named Yoshi. He beat the dinosaur that Mario be riding on and talking about he want to fight for undisputed and get 50%. That's unheard of. What person gets 50-50 split with the champion that's undisputed? It didn't make no sense. It's duck. It's duck.
Let me clarify my question because you didn't understand. Like outside
what
of all
saying?
that undisputed bullshit, why are you like what about Devin Haney's fighting style? Like what makes you
why you think Devin? You don't think Devin Haney cool?
I'm saying why don't you? Anyway, did the same thing Devin Haney did twice. So why ain't you an Anyway fan?
Man, I don't really think that don't really hold no weight with me. Them lower weight classes, man. It's like I don't know. They don't really hold no weight with me.
Are you only a fan of Devin Haney because of his accomplishments? Because he fought.
No, I'm a Boots fan too. I like Boots. I like Abdullah Mason. You know, I like fighters that want all the smoke.
But you got like that DL relationship with Devin. Like Boxing Hacker be talking about different levels.
So basically, you don't have a reason.
I'm trying to figure out how does Devin connect? What is it about Devin Haney that make you support him?
I just told you, bro. I just told you because Devin want to fight the best. Devin want to prove that he the best. A lot of these fighters out here they be scared to do that. They don't be wanting to prove that they the best. When George Kambosos had 3 belts and he was asking Tank, you know, do we want to fight? Tank told him to drop the belts. And I was like, what kind of mess is this, bro?
Devin beating Kambosos does not prove he's the best. Devin beating Regis does not prove he's the best.
Devin wanted to fight whoever had the belt. That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Mean he's the best.
We don't know. I'm not saying Devin. We don't know. As for right now, I think Devin the best because ain't nobody beat him yet. And until one of these champions beat him, then I guess that person better than him. But we ain't see it happen yet.
Okay. What else you got? That's it.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess I cooked enough. I made my point known.
You ain't even plug your stove and get off the panel.
Boxing hacker, I mean not boxing hacker, frequent out here cooking
Bored?
with fire and sticks and stones. I hear talking about he cooking.
He ain't even
No
got his
cap.
oven plugged up.
What else you got? No cap.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I missed. That I ain't speaking. We talked about Brian Norman Jr. We talked about Boots. What the hell? Who the hell coming up next?
Tomorrow is Tevin Farmer and Kid Austin.
Tevin Farmer. They trying to
That's
get
Saturday.
Jake Paul in position to get a championship belt. I forgot to mention that. And that's about it for right now. And then you got the Roach Tank fight.
Belt in what weight class?
Huh?
He's gonna be a world champion if he wins tomorrow. He's getting the shot at the what is
Bridgerweight.
it? Yeah.
Bridgerweight.
Yep.
Yes.
They made that
That's
up.
the weight class they just made up.
Yeah, they made that up.
Yeah.
They giving Jake Paul the belt.
He'll be ranked if he wins
They're gonna
tomorrow.
put
He'll
him in
be ranked.
contention. He's gonna be in contention for a title.
Man, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go take a nap back there. I need to go get me
You gotta take a nap.
I gotta do something, dude. I got that shit crazy. Man, I don't know. That's crazy. He about to fight Chavez Senior.
Junior.
He's junior. Yeah, he's senior now because that motherfucker old as shit. He turned into senior. We about junior turned into senior. You know what I'm saying? And
I got
Paul
Jake Paul
to
contract.
Anderson Silva beat Chavez Jr. and Jake Paul beat Anderson Silva. But he fighting Chavez Jr. That shit don't even make any sense.
It never does.
Like,
it never does.
Man, I'm done with this Jake Paul shit. You know what I'm saying? They need to get some shit. They need to get this shit together, man. All these belts, ain't none of these champions fighting each other. They don't want this undisputed shit, which is cool. But they shouldn't have tried to promote.
The sanctioning bodies don't want undisputed. They don't like.
They made it shit
like
impossible.
That. They want.
That's
They want them belts
that dunderhead Tony reviews. Like the WBA, they not gonna let you be undisputed. They gonna strip you of the belt and make you a super champion, and you gonna go on about your way. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep them sanction fees coming in, and not. They don't want the show to stop. So it's like
hey,
shit ain't never
Supreme
going.
say the Wilder fight on YouTube. Put the link, Big Supreme. Click the thing and put it in the private chat. I don't know if they'll let me pull it up.
Man, I hope Wilder don't get knocked out.
I should have put some money on the upset. I ain't even bet on the fight though.
Who the hell is Wilder fighting? I don't even know who he's fighting.
It's supposed to be a tune-up. They talking about trying to make this AJ fight again, but I'm like, I'm over it.
Like, he knocking him out. Wilder knocking out Terrell.
Man, it's not gonna work like that, Supreme. You gotta click the link and put it in the private chat. I can't click on it from the StreamYard. I knew it was gonna be on you. Why are you charging for it and put it on YouTube? That's crazy work.
But you gotta get a YouTube subscription to watch it or something.
Big Supreme say he taking the upset. Ah, Dondrick, who messed up your parlay? Dondrick Nil. The Trap House? Let me look up the Trap House.
Hey man, that picture crazy, bro. This bill, dog.
Hey, that picture went viral too.
No, that picture look crazy, but
that picture went viral.
That motherfucker, dog. That shit look crazy, dog. But that's how Bill acting right now. He's just like that picture. I wouldn't be surprised if that picture was real. That's how he acting right now. Somebody need to get Bill into intervention, man. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable watching this nigga descend into madness. I don't feel comfortable, bro.
Yeah, he was definitely spiraling out of control, yo.
If I see the DHP van rolling out here, I'm about to flag that bitch down. Like, man, get Bill some help.
He's ready to put on a show.
This ain't Wilder yet.
I'm telling y'all, man, I'm getting sleepy. I'm about to fall asleep before they even do the fight. Yeah, I got it, Big Supreme. Trying to stay woke. I'm trying to stay woke. I'm trying to stay up. I'm tired today, man. I got a headache. I don't know if it's the pollen, the allergies. I don't know what's going on in Houston, but the allergy pollen stuff is out of control this year. Jab Queen, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Ooh, child. Well, as far as the fights go tomorrow, Jake Paul should probably win. He's another one that likes to shop at the senior department of box rec. I will never take him seriously as a boxer. I don't give a damn if they rank him or not. Um, if he wants to be taken seriously, then he needs to. Well, I guess once he gets in the rankings, we'll see what he's really about. Tevin Farmer and Kid Austin. I feel the same way as the majority of the panel felt earlier. I think that Tevin might win, but they still might give it to Kid Austin. We're gonna see what he got tomorrow. We definitely gonna see what he's really made of. If he can stand in there and go toe to toe, blow for blow with Farmer, we're definitely gonna see if he's ready to step it up because that's gonna be his biggest test to date. As far as Bill Haney and this whole debacle with the Haneys and the Normans, I agree with you. I believe we're in for quite a show and quite a ride because both of them love attention, the fathers anyway. And as far as the sons, I don't think that would be a good idea for Devin to take that fight right now. He does need a tune up for the tune up. He needs to, get comfortable again in the ring and to get out of his own head. So that's going to take a minute. I don't think taking a fight where he could possibly end up in the same situation that he was in last year is going to be beneficial to him, his confidence or his career. So I don't know who he's going to end up fighting, but I do not think it'll be Brian Norman Jr., at least not right now anyway. Um, as far as the I guess cards coming up in July, hopefully one of his fans go buy one of his tickets. I mean, I showed it yesterday that there are numerous seats left, so you guys can take your pick if you'd like to go and support the young man. I know y'all tired of him being on the undercards, but the only way to move him up on the cards is if you open up them wallets. You know what I'm saying? Help a brother out. So we will see moving forward. But other than that, that's all I have, y'all. I'm getting a little tired myself. But try and turn it on and hopefully it don't be watching me. But another banger in the book, sis, and I will see you on another panel.
All right. You live tomorrow, right? What time? Let everybody know.
I am live tomorrow at 5:30. I'll be taking final fight predictions and much more, honey. It is a lot going on. We will address Keyshawn's tired little apology.
Oh man, I was supposed to talk
I will
about.
see y'all. I will see y'all. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Jab Queen. Shout out, Jab Queen Boxing. I'm gonna address that on Sunday. I was supposed to talk about Keyshawn's little apology that he pretty much erased everything he said as soon as he was like, but the truth was come out or something he said. And I'm like, come on, Keyshawn, just apologize and keep it moving, bro. What truth do we need to come out? Cash Crypto say Ty is rich co-hosting again. Hilarious. So I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. If y'all want to go watch the Wilder fight, go to the Trap House, DA Trap House on YouTube, and they are showing the fight. So I wanted to stay on here and watch the fight with y'all, but I got a headache, y'all. I made it 3.5 hours with this headache. Round of applause for me. And listen, if you don't want your host all in the videos, cussing you out, timing you out the chat, kicking you off the panel, yelling at you and calling you names, muting you, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.